So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. If only there had been 5. Okay, this is as good a place as any to begin. Isla Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should. Diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are, and you want to be ready before you try that.
I'm Cabot Finch, Public Relations and Crisis Management, and I'm here to help you. You'll start by building a Hammond Creation Lab. We've already started on an enclosure for you. You should just attach it to the side. But watch out for dinosaurs. Just kidding. Let's focus on what you're here to do, which is create dinosaur facilities on the islands we call the 5 Deaths. Actually, Las Cinco Muertes, because Spanish is the lingo of choice around here. You'll need to connect it to the pre-existing network of paths and the power grid. Now comes the real test. Incubating a dinosaur. You'll start with a Struthiomimus. Select the creation lab and pick a hatchery bay. There's enough genome data for your first viable dinosaur.
The machinations of the ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much. And invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a next. Life, it begins. The most precious moment. The result of incalculable actions and reactions, trials and errors, genetic mutations and unknowable combinations, living, breathing, thinking being, an entity, distinct and unique, and now we, you, just manufacture them. So, well done, I guess.
The Hammond Foundation has 3 main areas of interest: security, entertainment, and science. I've already nudged the heads of each division to reach out to you personally. They'll offer opportunities and incentives for you to be part of their team. Choose one of their contracts. It'll help you develop your facility.
Hey, I'm Isaac. I've been hearing good things about you. I'm in charge of the entertainment division here. What good is the world's greatest show if no one sees it? Don't answer. That's rhetorical and painfully obvious. What I'm saying is that we need people in our parks. Fill up our facilities with warm bodies. Numbers bring revenue, excitement, and opportunities.
Contracts can be requested from the division heads inside the control room. Complete these to increase your reputation and gain additional revenue to keep expanding your park. So, one more thing. Your reputation. Your rep, quote unquote. Keep an eye on it, okay? If you have a solid reputation with a division, you're more likely to benefit from them. Financially, I mean. But, like life, it's a balancing act. Each division is vying for your attention, and if they don't get it, they tend to take it personally. entertainment division is taking notice of your success. As your reputation increases with them, so too does the opportunity to tackle more challenging missions.
I'm Claire Deering, and I've been on these islands before. On Isla Nublar, I made some mistakes, and I've tried to set them right. I believe in what we're doing, and I believe in these dinosaurs.
Hey, it's Isaac. How you doing? I got some cool stuff you need to be a part of, so I'm putting it out there. Come on and help the winning team. Mine. Alright, I am all about the show. And with these dinosaurs, we have one unlike any other on the planet. Theme parks rely on drawing people in. And what is more attractive than new dinosaurs? Well, me, of course. Yeah, no, what I'm saying is let's get some fresh dinos in the hopper.
An expedition center will allow you to send dig teams around the world in search of new dino fossils. DNA can be extracted from the...
Yo, what's up, Clay?
Oh, not much. I actually found a battle royale game I actually enjoy.
What's that?
It's called Don't Even Think.
No, I think I heard about that. I think, who was playing that? I think Tremaine was playing that once. Or somebody was playing it.
Yeah, there are,
oh, no,
a bunch
not
of people in it.
with the
There's
werewolves.
3 werewolves.
Yeah, my friend Nigel was playing it. That's who I saw playing it.
Got Shark Week streaming on my phone too, so I'm watching Shark Week while I play. Don't even
Nice.
think. But I can also yell at you because you've been screwing around and haven't posted a new chapter for the crossover. I've been itching to read it because you said I'm gonna enjoy it. I want to know how I'm gonna enjoy it.
I might have to go through some more finalizations on it because I was like, oh yeah, I did say he was going to enjoy it, so I had to make sure I'm actually going over it again, like to make sure when I finish it, it's good.
That's freaking easy. Of course it is.
Because I remember, I was like, dang, I did say that.
But, I can't wait though, man. Let's see how this crossover is slowly gonna progress.
I think it's going to be a good one. And
Yeah, I think it's gonna be right up there.
And I think I found
Our
another
whole freaking
crossover
universe.
to do after the War with Heaven.
Oh yeah, what crossover is that?
So I was I was online YouTube videos, and I came across this one channel that talks about like mythology and all this other stuff, and it talked about the other queens of hell. I was like, wait, that's and it said there was other queens of hell besides Lilith. I'm like, oh, I think I have another story. I just got to read up on these people.
Huh.
Ooh, an electric fence. Alpine.
You should extract genomes from fossils that have been collected inside your fossil section. That will increase the amount of viable data you have to create dinosaurs.
Oh my, the mo. Do I have hatchery capacity? What do I got? Nothing. Research is required.
I'm not a big Battle Royale fan, but this is actually a pretty fun game.
Yeah, I heard about it. Sound like it's fun.
So yeah, I was thinking that there should be something that happens, and Jimmy should be 100% ready to fight the entire Tory clan.
Oh, did like I said, like when she gets exiled, that's when I can have that happen. Cause after the whole thing with Cheetah, where Will kills Cheetah, it's basically gonna lead to Midoriko getting exiled by Ichi. And that's gonna lead Jimmy to like, you know, step forward and try to protect her, because the whole clan starts advancing towards her to drive her away. Second crossover is definitely still gonna be my favorite.
That third one's gonna be a lot of fun to write too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a two-parter. And if I had to put it, hang on. If I had to equate it to something, it would be like, it would be like,
would it be the one with Tanner?
No, I mean, if I had to compare it to something, it'd be like Avengers and Infinity War. It'd be like Endgame and Infinity War.
Ah, that's an interesting choice right there.
I'm being stupid and falling up. Oh, he's changing right in front of me.
Well, don't sit there. Shoot the belly bastard.
Yeah, I don't have silver.
Oh, they stripped the silver.
Bye. Yeah. Yeah, I chased him and shot him up, and now he's after me. I'm between two werewolves right now. I'm about to die horribly because I was an idiot.
Dang.
I deserve to die for what I did.
Had one of those horror movie deaths.
Yeah, you guys can have me. Oh wait, you know what? No. I choose my own method of death. Bye! Oh, I survived! Oh crap, I survived that! That was not supposed to happen. I literally jumped off a cliff and survived. And the wolves are following me. Both of them are. You know what? That's fine. If I can keep the wolves distracted, everybody else can get the objectives done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he got me.
You have to be the necessary.
Yeah, they got me. But I kept them distracted for a long time. But, no, this whole... Yeah, like I said, if, the part 3 of the crossover, the one that I start to write, the first part of it is Infinity War, second part of its Endgame. About the best way to compare it.
But you ruined my life. I don't even know who you are. I almost felt
it'll be
bad for the
fun,
guy.
'cause I want to almost.
I felt, I know I can't say almost, I did. I felt bad for her because he was like, I don't even know who you are.
I'm actually gonna write a similar battle for the part 2 of the 3rd crossover, because what's gonna happen is Vegas is gonna get destroyed.
You know what? I'm realizing something.
We destroyed most of the West Coast.
Yeah, no city is safe in our hands.
Yeah, well, even God doesn't like California, so I mean, what's the big deal?
Didn't they get hit by an earthquake like 2 weeks ago?
Yep. Hey, but you know what? They banned plastic straws, while needles and feces is litter their sidewalks, but they got rid of the mean old nasty plastic straws that were a threat to the world.
I know, right? I'm like, plastic straws? I'm like, are they serious?
I can't walk down the street where I live at without seeing a needle on the ground, so yeah.
Close shop.
But no, I think it's going to be a fun one because the whole series itself, we've built up quite the freaking world.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it because our freaking world we created is so awesome.
I'm pretty sure everybody else gonna find that awesome too. That's always been my hope. I'm like this just as much as this.
I mean, we've got the spin-offs, we got all that other kind of stuff. It's pretty good.
Dang. Oh, Draco Rex. Okay. Got Montosaurus.
I pretty much turned Isla Sorna into sandbox mode into a preserve that the only stuff that I have there is what is it that they have? I don't remember now. Oh, just the AC units and the ranger teams. It's the only thing that's on the island right now. Everything else is just free. Dinosaurs are roaming by themselves.
Killing each other.
I actually shut that off so they don't kill each other.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm doing the sandbox mode, so yeah.
What was I coming to this research facility to do? I looked at the Ceratosaurus and I was like, yeah, that's what I need to do. Oh yeah, power. I need additional power so it don't break out. Ooh, good thing I started doing that.
Me and a guy just had a mutual agreement with each other. We walked into a building after 2 guys cleared it out, took everything out of it. Both walked over, picked up the shotguns, turned around, walked away, didn't even try to kill each other. Oh, I can go prone. That's why I forgot about that.
Shoot. When you realize there's bigger things that feel like werewolves and you don't got time to try to kill each other.
Oh, it's the day. It's middle of the day, but neither one of us had ammo. We just grabbed the guns.
Wait, so y'all can kill each other, right?
Yes.
But that makes it easier for the werewolves, don't it?
Well, there's only 3 werewolves, and they are OP as all get out. I wish it was a joke, but they are so OP, it's not even funny.
Nice to see a werewolf game. Vampires have been getting the spotlight too much lately.
And it takes forever to be a werewolf. I haven't been one yet because everybody wants to be the werewolf. So it's like there's 3 werewolves at a time.
Mm-hmm. And how many humans?
20. 25, I think.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of people to hunt down.
Yeah, but the werewolves are like OP as all get out, like I said.
What's up, Dectonics?
Good boy.
What bluff? I don't remember bluffing anything.
Well, the werewolves are probably starting to change right now, so wonderful. I only have 2 shotguns with 8 rounds. I don't have any silver bullets.
Oh no, when I first started, I didn't have my mic on at first. And then I was doing some other test streams and I wasn't using my mic. Yeah, I saw. Dang, you're still doing it, okay.
Oh, come on. Oh. You watch Cat. The other day, and I couldn't stop laughing. I forgot how funny he is. Yeah, he's not wrong because I like to run headlong into things. Who am I inviting to this party?
February. He said invite.
Oh.
Where? I keep forgetting it's over here. I haven't done this one.
That's an invite.
Alright.
I think I'm gonna end up streaming this game today. I'm waiting for Ferris later because he's at work right now. Only issue I have with this game is you can't. If you've got friends that are playing it and stuff, you can't join with them. It's like a random thing.
Well, take your time, Dectonics. Let's enjoy the stream. That's pretty much all I'm gonna be doing.
Hey, Tremaine.
Alright, we gotta wait till he plug up his mic.
Oh. American men are getting soft. That is an understatement and a half.
That's what I'm saying. Nope. I'm just waiting for the whole whatchamacallit between me, you, and Knight of Green to start. I don't know when that's gonna start, but I don't know if I'm gonna stream that either. I'm probably not gonna stream. Depends on what time we started.
That chick looks like the freaking Joker. Seriously, she's got green hair. She's got this crazy looking. Yeah, there's a girl on my team who looks just like me now. It's a different outfit.
dinosaurs is that they have no point of reference to understand humans, so don't expect much in the way of thank yous.
Really?
I've been monitoring what you've been up to with great interest, and I'm a little disappointed that Dr. Dua came to you for the society instead of
Dr. Motherfucking Wu.
discuss this with you.
Construct a ranger station. Okay, so we're gonna need a ranger station.
Alrighty. I need to find silver bullets. It's like I really need to find silver bullets so I can actually fight werewolves.
Ranger station. Hookworm parasite. I'm not finna do that for a Sleuthio Mimus. You can miss me with that. 70% genome. Set it down here again. Get some Draco racks. Headphones broken, looking for some more. Okay. Yeah, he says headphones is broke.
Gotcha. Okay. Get in here. Get
No.
guns.
Even
Get
on my
ammo.
first
Party
playthrough, I
on.
didn't get all the memos.
That's not good. You know what? That's fine. No, that's stuff. Ooh, crap. That person will kill me. Literally turn around and there was somebody standing there clearing out the other one. And
Can I get improved output power too? 'Cause I think I need that. Nope. I got to get 2 research centers.
oh, finally silver bullets.
Incubator Triceratops with 70% genome.
Sweet.
And here comes the Kit Kat. They added lore. Oh, that's worth checking out. I am a fan of lore, especially since you got to literally look for a Dark Souls style in this game, which ain't a bad thing because it encourages reading.
What game are you? What are you talking about? What game?
I was playing Jurassic World Evolution. I'm doing the second
I know
playthrough
you're
because
playing that, but you're...
oh no, I was just he was talking about they added some lore to the story mode. I was like, really?
Ooh.
I like lore.
Come on! That's bullcrap.
And they added all this new terrain stuff, so I know I can make a even more fashionable park.
That was complete utter bull.
Okay. I can replace those with something better. Context.
Whoop. Okay, still here.
Big tree. The big tree is awesome though. It's like you want to try to use it for everything, but the best way you can.
So I forgot to talk about it. I like that picture you did the other day of the of Midorico, the Raven form.
Oh yeah, a future Raven form. Yeah, I'm still thinking of tweaking it though. But I don't know what I would do to it. That's the only problem.
I don't know, but man, that's kind of the one thing I can't wait for in the game and the stories when they actually get back to the future.
Me too. And that's why I need to quit procrastinating and get to it. And I can't stop procrastinating.
I really cannot wait to see the full-scale war that's going to come because of it.
Alright, Dick, I'll give it a look.
A lot of people that are going to die in that. Oh, come on. Can't I just be left alone, please? I'll go over here, you go over there. We got wolves to fight, we shouldn't be trying to kill each other. Yeah, people want to do that.
I'm trying to think of a way to perfectly capture the look everybody's gonna have when future Ghidorah makes an appearance.
I have an idea.
Oh gosh, you got a sick dinosaur on your hands. It's time to treat it. Or what comes next, that's going to be on your hands as well.
Let's drive my basic vehicle. But yeah, you think I'd be ready to give stuff a rest after I did that almost hour-long video for my series.
What series?
Queen of Nublar.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. That was actually pretty good.
That was fun to make, though.
I need to get stuff together and stuff because I'm gonna, so that way I can pull my footage that I have saved on my PlayStation to a hard drive, so I can actually edit on my computer.
Don't you ever do that, Triceratops? I'm trying to medicate you. He just ran the whole Jeep over. Gotta figure out how to get that whatchamacallit, though.
I'll take this. I'll take that. That's better. Until I get me an AK, I gotta deal with this bolt action rifle.
Let's do this again.
I've witnessed Dr. do a flail and fail before. Now with you, she believes she's on her way. Does she
There we
really?
go. That's better. First person shooter. I prefer that instead of this over the shoulder with these weird reticles.
See, I had a feeling he was going to do it right off the back, but I didn't know that it was going to do like that. I thought he was going to knock the vehicle around. He knocked me off of it. There we go. I just wanted to get those two skins real quick. Really, I want the red one. It's my favorite color.
I haven't ever, of all the amount of time I've been playing that game, I haven't ever gotten the original skin.
Oh, the 1993 Jeep.
Yeah.
You just got to make a ramp and make sure you,
You know what?
fly in the air for
tried
5
it.
seconds.
It's not easy.
Now, when you think about it, it's not. It's like they want you to make a big ramp and then make like a second one. That way, as soon as you land, you can go up in the air again. And you're supposed to get it after that.
Oh, okay. That sounds relatively easy enough. I'm gonna get to my team, and they're quite the distance away from me, actually.
Need more Ceratosaur DNA. Oh yeah, I remember Jurassic Park the game. That was actually one of my favorite Telltale games to play.
I want to do something I want them to make a game that's kind of similar to the hunting games that I like to play. That you can actually do it with dinosaurs like that.
Oh man, you know there've been several dinosaur hunting games, but none that I'd say have been really up to par. They've been fun, but they haven't been up to par.
Please tell me I'm not the only one who, every time you hear the phrase "let's get down to business," you automatically think of "to defeat the Huns."
Jurassic the Hunted. No, I haven't played Jurassic the Hunted. The last dinosaur hunter game I played was just called Carnivores on the PS3.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I
Yeah.
played it on computer.
It's always fun hunting a T-Rex.
I played it on computer, so.
Wait, no, I take that back. There was a game on the computer from a long time ago. It was called Primal Prey, and that was fantastic, actually. If there was a remake,
Yeah, that was the time travel one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I played that one too.
If they was to remake that one, then yeah, it'll be even better. I ain't gonna forget that one time I was hunting a Triceratops. I killed it, and then the T-Rex killed me, and then ate the Triceratops. I was like, "You motherfucker!" That game made me scared to use some of my better weapons, though, because if you died, there was a chance you lose the weapon.
Right. I'm not gonna lie, I used to have trouble with that game sometimes. Most of the time I played it without cheat codes, but every once in a while I'd put a cheat code in just so I could complete stuff.
Wait, there was cheat codes for that game? I didn't even know that. That would have made my life easier.
Oh yeah, there was one called Dino God, which you literally could never be killed by the dinosaurs.
Oh wow. Yeah, I would have needed that.
Yeah.
Especially at night when you hunt at night and and the troodons will come out. They sound like little birds. They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, them troodons.
Oh my god! At night I used to be scared, man. As soon as when I heard that, I'm like, don't move.
Well, there was one that also was like Moon Money when you had you could have unlimited money and just buy everything.
See the hill, take the hill. Unearth the carnivore fossil. Some more Ceratosaurus DNA it is. I always like to make 2 Ceratosauruses if I can. But I don't got the skins for that.
Dark Soul person needs to like quit running away from us. There are 3 wolves left and 9 humans left, and I'm part of the. There are 3 of us in a team together. And that's one thing, and too, it's pretty fun about this game. You have to actually try to keep yourself warm during the night, because it drops the freezing cold and it can kill you.
Oh wow, shoot. Well, that's realistic.
Wait, can't you make a dinosaur on the Sim?
No, but don't give the Sims that idea. They just came out with an update that I bought for my
you're here.
I know, right? I came out of nowhere. But no, they came out with an update that I bought for my girlfriend. You can swim with dolphins and stuff.
What game is that?
Sims 4.
Oh, nice.
I might stream that one again so Piper can continue her 100 baby mama quest.
Boy, that is fair.
I'm working on playing this actual battle royale game. It's actually a lot of fun. So.
Wait a minute, what's the name of it? Battle Royale?
It's called Don't Even Think.
What?
There.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's like the only battle royale I've ever played I actually enjoy. And you gotta try to survive, and there are werewolves that are 3 of the people that are in the map are werewolves.
And they hunting you. And it's free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks better like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Data 2 can now be collected. Okay, cool. There are 8 of us left, 3 werewolves left. What the heck is up with... Oh, he's cold. Okay, never mind.
I tried to hurry up and do that before that happened. Let me be a source in the creation lab and then make an ACU.
There we go. That's better.
We need a second power station. So. They are. Well, for me, not at the moment. No, I don't want to do the challenge right now, because I'm really getting moving on this. I hate how they say it on this game. They supposed to say it like Mr. DNA, a dinosaur. ACU center will research reload speed.
I haven't seen a werewolf yet. That kind of scares me. There's still 3 alive. There's also 8 other people still alive. But I have 12 silver bullets. Somebody snoring.
Yeah. You can't have a scary game deck without good scary music. If the music is shitty, it really ruins the feel of the game. Increase shelter coverage.
I'm partial to horror, like with horror movies. I'm partial to horror movies like having no music and just letting the ambient noise be what scares you.
That too. You know what? That too. That's, you know what? That's what I meant to say. I was thinking of music of ambiance. That is more important than anything. Ambiance. Because if you don't have that feeling of getting scared, and I don't mean a cheesy ass jump scare, I mean a legit scare, then it ain't gonna work. And that's what they said was the problem with Annabelle, that new Annabelle movie. And that's the only reason I haven't gone to see it. And speaking of which, am I the only one that wants to go to the Ed and Lorraine's cult museum?
Eat it!
I feel like I am. I feel like I'm the only one that want to go to Ed and Lorraine's museum when they got all the haunted objects.
Since when does a black person want to go to actually willingly go to a place that's haunted?
I know, right? We tend to stay away from those type of things, but I just want to go and see it once, mainly because I want to see Annabelle. Can't make an alpine ceratosaurus, can you? Nope.
We got 1 more wolf to go. We've killed 2 wolves. Me and my team have killed 2 wolves. Oh, and they are leaving without me.
Dang.
I don't feel the cool games don't scale and damage. That's dope.
This next bit is gonna sound a little crazy.
Yeah.
Amount of silver bullets. Okay.
Oh, they should have scaled the damage on combo. Combo for 90%. That's just crazy.
He said at this point I need to take back everything I just said about this guy. I really want to open the gate because I don't want him to break the fence, but I think that's what he's finna do. Best in slot stole my idea. Wait, my idea for what? Let's go get him.
Okay, we have our lobbies. Time to tag him and bag him. We're using less than lethal, but remember, that dinosaur doesn't know this is just supposed to be a drill. So watch.
Because this is a perfectly logical thing to do. Let's release a dinosaur into the public and then go catch it. Just for the lulz.
Oh, I gotta hold out for 5 minutes now.
And look, it's killing me. Well, yeah, well, I can't say he stole my idea because I did start it before he did. But I'm redoing it because we got this stuff now.
Pick him up. Nope.
Get your butt back over here. It was Union Straight of 41.
I don't even know where that shot came from.
I don't know. I really doubt he got that idea from me.
Hey, what idea?
I'm doing a second playthrough of this game. But I'm really just doing it to make the enclosures look different and utilize all the new stuff that they gave us. Like, I might have to delete this because then I could flatten this and then probably build this like a mini mountain and range around it. Kind of so like cutting off all of this.
Really? How did I fail? What the heck?
Wait, what happened?
Failed somehow because I didn't evacuate. What the heck? This is irritating me.
And with that, all 3 intro missions are done.
Oh, it's only 9 o'clock? Oh.
Oh, Tremaine, did you even start on that God of War yet?
Oh no.
Let's cancel this.
Storm Defense Station now available.
Get rid of it. What the hell? That's so many things to choose from.
God knows they're working out ways to exploit our weaknesses. Guess we'll find out who gets the limits of our abilities first. Us? Never vigilant.
That's always been a challenge of the Jurassic Industrial Complex.
I can't really talk about it, but dude, the freaking new game, the new Ghost Recon is gonna be awesome.
Really?
Yes. It is good. It was intense. But I signed an NDA, so I can't exactly talk about it. Other than it was awesome.
Wait, that's what they said? You can't talk about it?
Yep. I
Oh,
couldn't
wow.
stream it, I couldn't record it, I couldn't take pictures of it. It's still, because it's still a work in progress.
Halloween special. A storm defense station? I mean, the island doesn't need one, but okay. Nope. Anything but, Cabot. Anything but. Yeah, if I had Dino Crisis, I don't have Dino Crisis deck.
There's a rumor floating around they might be doing a remake of Dino Crisis.
Hey, I like to see it.
I would too.
It's like Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs.
I liked it better than I did Resident Evil.
I did too. Honestly, I did too.
I'd have to replay that game, which I can't anymore, but I would love to actually play that game again, see it, and then write a script for it.
Oh, dude, imagine getting paid to write scripts for horror stuff.
I've already written horror stuff. It's pretty easy. I, however, wouldn't mind because I'm a fan of the stuff. Actually, writing scripts for like for games and series and that kind of stuff. Like, I would. If a fan is the one who writes it, then I know what I'm doing. I don't know who's this guy who
seen a Dragon Ball Z movie, but not one fan liked it.
Oh, Dak Tunix is one of my subscribers. He wanted to join the party.
Alright.
What was I finna do? Build a
I didn't hear
hotel.
not one movie. I didn't hear not one person like that movie. That's horrible.
That's because it was a slap in the
Dude,
face. Imagine somebody taking something that you really like.
It was as bad as the last Airbender.
No, see, Last Airbender at least got some stuff right. Just at least. Dragon Ball Evolution got nothing right. They just took the name and ran with it. They tried to see. This is what they tried to do. They tried to do what Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich did to Godzilla. They took Godzilla and ran with it, and then eventually it became something of its own because of the TV series made it better. The movie to me, it was okay, but the TV series of Godzilla, the series, they made it better. But that's what they did with Dragon Evolution. They tried to make it something of their own, but really couldn't.
Right. And that's why, I mean, if I had a chance and I could do it, I would write a movie for it.
Mm-hmm.
And pitch it, because I actually know what I'm talking about, and it would be like a 3-part series. It would be, the first one would be the Saiyan saga, then it'd be the Namekian saga, then part 3 would be the Android saga.
Oh, the Android saga is still the best one of me.
I would, if I could and I had the stuff for it, I would cast, because probably Frieza would be CGI. I would actually probably cast the dude who does the voice acting of Frieza to do the voice acting of Frieza in the series, in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no,
I think if I had
Frieza mother.
What?
I want to know who is Frieza mother.
They never mentioned. We actually don't know who Frieza's mother is. They never really mentioned it.
I don't know, but anybody just picture Frieza with boobs. Shout out to Team 4-Star.
Vegeta's like, they must never know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the only thing they got right, really, with Godzilla, honestly, the only thing, because, like I said, Zilla is my favorite incarnation of Godzilla, even though he's his own monster now, because he started this, with that movie, they started the swimming trend. They never really showed Godzilla swimming until after that movie. His roar is the second best, because the legendary roar is legendary. And to me, if there was going to be a realistic Godzilla, I think it would look somewhat similar to what Zilla is, because he's a marine iguana. So there's that. But
how is he born Godzilla? What made that thing wanted to destroy Tokyo so much?
Tremaine, it depends on your on the origin. Traditional Japanese origin.
Why is he destroying Tokyo?
Traditional Japanese origin
because the way
is.
it is, Tremaine. Go ahead.
Oh, true. Okay. Well, traditional Japanese origin is he was created by the well, not it wasn't the atomic bomb. It was the hydrogen bomb in
Well,
1954. They was doing tests and or no, was it the atomic bomb? Because in the Heisei series, he was bombed and he was a dinosaur. Because originally, they were saying he was a dinosaur that got mutated into Godzilla, and and the reason he goes ashore and destroys Tokyo, that differentiates too. Sometimes it's he needs to eat nuclear fuel. Sometimes he hates humanity, and he wants to and he wants to get revenge. The best version
But it
though.
was also originally the creation of Godzilla was originally supposed to be like a representation of nuclear threat,
Yeah,
and
that
Godzilla
too.
was supposed to represent the U.S. ironically, which is kind of funny. And Rodan was supposed to represent the USSR.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to
That fucking
Buffalo
shit up.
was supposed to represent something too. Oh yeah.
I thought he didn't like the lights in the city or something. I don't know.
No, like I said, it just depends. But to me, the best version that they ever did was the GMK version in 2001. Is when he was literally a zombie. It was because the soldiers that died in World War II had possessed the dead body of Godzilla and reanimated it to make people remember what they fought for and died for. Because they felt like as time went on, they felt like they had been forgotten what they fought and died for. So they reanimated Godzilla for them to remember. It was, but I like the purpose behind it. Like it's like Godzilla just marching around, never forget.
I mean, it was weird because Ghidorah was a good guy, and I'm like,
I know, right? That was so weird. I'm like, never do that again. Never do that again.
It was a good concept. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was absolutely interesting. It was awesome. But it's just you're
never
so used
do that
to seeing
again. Ghidorah is evil. Now, if he was a guardian monster that fell from the graces of heaven, that would have been better.
What's wrong with changing some good sometimes?
Ghidorah is best evil. That's what I was saying. Like Legendary did it best. He's the devil with 3 heads. Godzilla, yeah, he was dead in that movie.
No, I'm saying Ghidorah.
Oh no, Ghidorah was a guardian monster in that movie. But and Godzilla was the dead one. But in the new one, in Legendary's version, which I really like, Godzilla has been like alive for like hundreds of millions of years. So he's really old. What's up, home? Basically. $180, I believe. This man survived the planet getting nuked. That says something. Yeah. Well, yeah, some of them did. Spinosaurus can't swim as deep as a crocodile, I suppose. But then again, I think the reason some of the crocodiles survived is because they were nowhere near the impact point. So, fish.
Oh, you also know that a croc can go a year without food.
Oh yeah, that too.
That helps.
So yeah, imagine all them crocodiles just like, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Just imagine a random fish or shark just popping up, and they'd be like, "Yo, did y'all see what happened up there?" And everybody else is like, "What? What happened?" They were like, "Y'all need to go see this shit for yourselves." He like, they're all dead. There's fire everywhere.
Ghidorah was good on the new movie.
You said what?
Ghidorah was actually good.
No, no, no. In the new movie, Ghidorah was evil. He was 100% evil in this new movie, and that's what I liked about him. Yeah, they went with his original origin story. He was an alien that he got Megatroned. Yeah, that's why they say Rodan is Starscream, because I see the resemblance. Alien comes to Earth, gets frozen. But the thing here, Godzilla was Optimus. Yup. I like the rivalry between Godzilla and Ghidorah, because as soon as Godzilla got there, you could see the look on his face. He was like, "This motherfucker."
Did you stick around to see the secret scene that they had at the end of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what
they're gonna just revive the head somehow.
Yeah, see, I got several theories. I'm like, either they going to do Mecha King Ghidorah, or somehow, since they both got hit with the oxygen destroyer, they can take the oxygen destroyer elements from that head and make destroyer.
Well,
oh no, the oxygen destroyer almost killed them. They needed to use some nuclear warheads to revive them, because the oxygen destroyer almost killed them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Serizawa, in the original, he used the oxygen destroyer to kill him, and then in this one, this Serizawa used some nuclear warheads to revive him. That was a really emotional scene, though. I was like, damn. You know what's the funny part was? I had to watch the movie a second time to see what happened to old girl, because I did not know that Ghidorah ate her as soon as he came there, and like as soon as he showed up. Dr. Graham, the lady that was working with Serizawa, I didn't know. I was like, because when they cut to the scene, they said she was dead. I was like, how she died? So I had to watch it again. Like, damn, Ghidorah ate her. That's a way to go. No, I was paying attention, but I didn't see specifically who he had ate, because I was looking at all the other heads, so I didn't see the head that ate her.
I love how the one head was derpy.
That's what I was saying. I was about to bring that up. The left head was just, oh man, we've been trapped in ice for a while, so I think I'm going to lick some ice. What?
It reminds me of the three
hyenas.
No, the three guys from I just been watching it. Futurama. Mom's Boys.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what they remind me of. Yeah.
Like,
pretty much. It's kind of like watching David Spade and Chris Farley and Dan Aykroyd in the same film together. Like Coneheads.
Increased shelter coverage. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put some stuff on here. Get my first electric fence going. Shit.
Who is King Ghidorah or Mothra?
Well, it depends on which version of Mothra you talking about. If it's any other regular Mothra, King Ghidorah will trounce her, but if it's Mothra Leo, then Mothra Leo will win. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Mothra Leo, the rebirth of Mothra. Because that Mothra had more transformations than the Super Saiyan, and that's no lie. She had, I don't know. But yeah, Tremaine, that Mothra had a water form, a light speed form, a armor form, and then an eternal form. It was crazy.
Eternal? What the hell? You said that eternal form.
Mm-hmm. But
So
the
what's
thing,
Godzilla's strongest foe?
Godzilla's strongest foe, arguably, is between Space Godzilla. People say Destroyer because of the situation. Then you got Kaiser Ghidorah, but I still say it was King Ghidorah. I still say King Ghidorah is his strongest foe, and that's. Or
I don't
not,
know.
not.
I think the strongest foe Godzilla ever had is people, because we have actually killed him.
Like what?
Times.
Twice? Oh yeah, we killed him at least what? Twice, I think.
I think 3, maybe 4 times.
Or like, and every other time we thought we've killed him, he's come back. But we've pushed the man into we pushed this man into a volcano. We've frozen him under the water. Like, we've encased him in ice like 3 different times.
So every time they destroy him, he just come back and destroy Tokyo again.
He come back. Hold on, he come back like Joker did in Assault on Arkham. Like, I'm back, bitches.
Pretty much.
But no, the only reason I do say Ghidorah is like his strongest foe is because the humans literally had to sabotage him. Sabotage the alien link between the control between the people from the future and Ghidorah, just to stop him so Godzilla could kill him.
But for once, they was on Godzilla's side.
Yeah, because if they didn't, Ghidorah would have killed them all. But that's the thing. It's like when it comes to Ghidorah, even the Kaiser Ghidorah, Godzilla has always needed help to defeat a Ghidorah. Honestly, that's now that I think about it.
Anyway, okay, one more thing. How the hell? Where did he come from? He's an alien.
Originally Ghidorah is an alien. They say, he destroys planets for a living. Like, he goes around and he siphons the life force from planets. In the Japanese version, they say he's the reason Venus is unlivable, and in the US version, they say he's the reason you can't live on Mars.
Oh, so they went up there and they saw him and they ran.
Right? Me, to make it easier, I just say he destroyed both. That's just to make it easier. I don't know what you can do with a Jurassic Park prequel. I don't know.
I don't know. I just want to see I want to see him put the film when the baby gets eaten.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like, stop sparing kids. They can die too.
There was a scene when
the compies ate the baby.
Killed and ate a baby. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's good writing. You can't be afraid to push the measure because people are too sensitive these days. Yeah, shock value, good writing.
Who ate the baby Godzilla?
Nobody ate no baby Godzilla.
Not Godzilla, Jurassic Park.
Oh, never mind.
Keep up, Tremaine.
Well, ain't they both dinosaurs? So the story's related somehow. Shoot. Good
thing we're not quizzing you afterwards. You freaking fail.
You know doggone well they not finna show no baby getting eaten.
That's what I'm saying. They need to though.
I would have.
Now you explain to me how the heck 2 kids survive a T-Rex crushing a Ford Explorer? Come on. Besides, without plot, how the heck they survive that?
I would not want to see no newborn baby getting eaten.
Right?
Who the hell would want to see that?
Yeah, there's the girl kicking the raptor out of the window is a pretty fair point too.
Yeah, that was really pushing it. Yeah, they really be pushing it. They're like, yeah, they'll believe this. No, we won't. My problem with the Indoraptor was, if it's so good at smelling somebody, how come it didn't smell them when it was right underneath them? That's what I'm saying. They refuse to kill kids. That's the problem. That's why I said let me write a Jurassic movie. Them kids is dying.
Yeah, I don't want to see no newborn babies getting eaten. That's disturbing.
And I'm throwing that in there. Nope, I'm throwing that in there. Let me write a Jurassic trilogy. That's how I would open it up. A baby getting eaten by a compy.
Quincy, if you really think you need to do something like that, why don't you let me write it? Because I'm actually one who learned how to do script writing. I want to do that. I got to replay the game and I got to
Yeah, Clay, you write Dino Crisis. I'll let me handle the Jurassic series.
I'll write the Dino Crisis.
Shoot.
You know what? No, that's not the fact that I want a gore fest. I want something actually that's going to be realistic. Somebody gets slashed across the freaking body with one of those sickle claws from a raptor, they're going to be holding their intestines and walking around. Yeah, the claw went into him.
It went to his back.
I don't remember seeing it get sliced open. There wasn't muscle ligaments or anything like that. There wasn't anything realistic.
Yeah, they sliced his back though. That's why they didn't do that. Yeah, but it's the sickle claw on a raptor that you're afraid of. That's why you would go for the sickle claw on the kill.
The third one had like some of the most graphic moments in the entire series, with the neck snapping, and if you look close enough, you can see an intestine hanging off the freaking snout of the Spino.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was saying that it could have ate him outright, but it dropped him, let him crawl a few feet, then stepped on him and bit off his head. I was like, this Spinosaurus hates people. Oh no! You know what I liked about the Indominus? Remember that scene when he was like, it can camouflage, and then the Indominus grabbed the dude and threw him into a tree.
Yeah, that was like one of the
best movies for me.
I mean, when it came to the goriest part of the entire movie, like the most disgusting part, probably was when the guy got stepped on and then was stuck to the bottom of the female Rex's foot.
Oh, and yeah.
Every step, you could hear the crunch, you could hear the...
Yeah, I forgot about that. And then don't forget what happened to old dude when he got killed by the compies. I was like, damn.
You know what? Though I heard a very good point the other day. The real villain of that movie may have been the business guy, but it was also Nick.
Yeah, because he was sabotaging them.
Stuck. Yeah, he sabotaged the elephant gun. Had a chance to protect people, but he sabotaged it and couldn't let him shoot the male T-Rex.
Right, the only time people wouldn't have complained about it. Right? They're not even really dinosaurs. Like Alan Grant was right. These are theme park monsters.
I was in agreement with Roland. If I had a chance, I'd hunt the T-Rex myself.
True.
I'd use a 600 if I had, but I wouldn't need a 600. I can just use my 300 Win Mag and that'll be enough. I can use my rifle.
Alan.
It makes a lot of sense. I have a brother who was in the military.
Because he got PTSD from the Raptors. My only problem is it should have been the Raptors from the previous series. That way, when we actually saw the Raptors, it'd be like, oh, they're different. Because that's the only argument that people have is why would he dream about that Velociraptor and he's never seen it, seen that particular one yet. Well, that too, but I'm just going off of what I heard a few people say. They was talking about, well, because some people said the dream wasn't the point. It was the version of the raptor he's seen, and that's the part I'm like, I agree too.
Come to light. I mean, that actually happens.
Oh, you said 6:30 or 5:30? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say 6:30. 6:30 for me. Yeah, okay, well I mean 5:30 for me and it'll be like 6:30 for you then.
I gotta do some of that today myself.
Wait, I did that. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm actually looking forward to that. I am not selling a Ceratosaurus. I'll sell a Ceratosaurus, never mind. Well, you could say I'm getting practice in doing this. Rating of 86.
I mean, the thing is, Ghidorah is a punk. For the simple fact of the matter, every single time I play a game with him, he's usually the first one that gets knocked down. Usually the first one that gets killed.
I told you, see? It's true. Like
this is not always the case, though. This is definitely not always the case. I know I'm gonna win this challenge, though.
He's a punk.
I got this in the bag.
I mean, he's as much of a punk as Superman is. Superman's a punk.
Oh! Just like Smite be the first kill.
Oh, don't you tell that lie. That hardly ever happens.
You're always the first kill on Smite, man.
Nope. That hardly ever happens.
Really? Every time we play Ghost Recon, you're usually the first one that gets knocked down, and I gotta come save your carcass.
Oh, see? That's because I got all these fancy weapons, and I can't help but go guns a-blazing. I'm sorry.
But it's not just one game. You like that on every game.
Oh, see, now you lying. Oh, fam, fight me on Kill or Kill.
If he gets a new freaking Call of Duty game and plays that with me, how much I'm going to be saving his carcass in that?
Nope. I already. Fab remembers my play style of Call of Duty. I take care of the kill streaks and everybody else that come my way. I'm the support role in Call of Duty because people be thinking the kill streaks don't matter. All that stuff matter. I shoot down the UAVs. I shoot down all that stuff. I was the guy who named. Cause no, I had a Call of Duty profile that I used to call Kill Streak Killer, and this one dude got on there to talk about some. Oh, there go that Kill Streak Killer dude again. I'm that guy's name that they hate seeing because every time they had a UAV, it got shot down. They be like UAV destroyed by a Kill Streak Killer.
I was the same way because I also played on Xbox. I played Halo on there, and I always played SWAT on Reach, and everybody hated me because I'd show up on the map and people would quit because they hated me. I ticked off one team so bad one time that they ignored the rest of my team, and all 4 of them hunted me down. I was fighting off 4 people in one go.
I don't know what it is, but it is fun being the one guy that everybody hate.
You know what everybody hate. Is it just that you hate the way they update the game or something? Oh. Oh. So you don't hate the game, you just hate how the way it turned out.
Well, honestly, it's gotten better since launch, though. Like, it's a much better game to play since launch.
Well, that's the thing. I still play Fallout 76. I love that game.
Yeah, I think it's good too.
It's had its issues, it's had its problems, but I mean, I'm not going to talk bad about it.
See, that's why I'm finna get the
I'll criticize it where there's the issues at, but I love the game still. I'm not going to hate it just because of.
Yeah, some people probably do that to get the developers to make the right decisions. Like,
yeah, but the thing is, the developers are in constant contact with the people from the community because some of the things we ask for in the forums, they do put in the game. Some of them, not everything.
See, the one thing I still want them to do
is do it.
So the one thing I still want them to do is allow us to be able to visit our friends' parks, so that way we can see what they've done.
Right, that'd be wonderful. Imagine that being an online aspect where if Clayton wanted to, I'm playing online, he can jump in my park and try to fuck some shit up. That would be wonderful.
I wouldn't say try to mess some stuff up. I wouldn't say that because I don't want to pull the Nedry. Just because I'm fat does not mean I want to play Nedry.
No, not even that. Not even that. Just to try to make it more difficult for me though. I'm like, shoot, I'm like, do your worst.
You the one that turned off the storm mode. Too difficult.
The storm mode? No, the whatchamacallit? It was the disease. The disease thing was getting out of hand. The storm thing. I figured that out. Like, if you got carnivores on your island, the tornado, no matter where it spawns, it tries to make its way over there to the carnivores. Right. Sell a spot. Okay, how much we got on power? 22. Okay.
Where'd that moose go? Oh, there she is.
Hey, on that new Call of Duty though, they don't have a map.
You said they don't have a map.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think when a new Call of Duty comes out, it's gonna be fun. I mean, I'm I'm worried about Tremaine and Quincy because I'm probably gonna have to carry that team myself.
Nope, we got to carry
No.
Quincy.
No, I'm gonna be fine. Especially since it's Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare series is my favorite. Nope, Modern Warfare. The Modern Warfare series was my favorite though. I'm definitely gonna know what I'm be doing.
Personally, everybody talks crap on it, but personally, I like the third one.
I did too.
I liked it because I like the full-scale war concept of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I liked Ghost too. Everybody wants to give it crap and stuff. I never
played Ghost, so I can't say
I never really played the Call of Duty
campaign.
Let's say when it comes to like Call of Duty and stuff, I wasn't much for multiplayer. I was big on
story.
Dang it! I had to lift the freaking head.
Most people get it for the multiplayer. I never went to a Call of Duty story in my life.
I played the story first.
When it came to like multiplayer stuff, I always did Battlefield because Battlefield was a much better multiplayer. But Call of Duty was all-around better story. Holy crap, you're huge.
I never played that yet. All I hear from that is pay to win. I'm like, oh man.
Well, yeah, that is her job. That's what she's supposed to do.
Yeah.
She's still gonna answer all of the questions.
Or it's always got to fall on someone. I do film editing and that kind of crap, and I understand that when something goes wrong, it gotta fall on somebody. Somebody's gotta take the blame, and that's what sucks about working with that kind of crap.
2 Draco Rexes. 1 Eric,
That's
1
why I
Alpine.
enjoy editing hunting videos, because I don't have to worry about the blame falling on anybody. It's just, hey, you need to do this. If you don't do it, well then just try to do what you can. I enjoyed the prequels. I'm gonna be first to admit it. I enjoyed them.
Me too.
Don't really like the direction they're going with the new ones. They could have. I mean, that's no. Yeah, they could have. But I stand by the decision as Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan because he was amazing as it. You know what? I'm gonna. In the third one, I liked him. The second one, no, I didn't really care for him. He was just a whiny little teen. He's just an angsty little teenager.
The third one is my favorite, though.
You couldn't tell by the way he acted. You really couldn't tell by the way he acted that he was in his 20s. But and then But the second one, between the second one and the third one, it gave us the best series ever, which was the Clone Wars series, and that animated series was on
Wonderful.
point.
Yes, it was. They did a real good job with that.
Yeah, the canon, it caused a lot of issues with canon. Mm-hmm.
All hail the Dragon King, the Draco. Sounds so intimidating, but it's just a baby. However, just in case they do rule the earth again, don't tell them I said that.
But, and then, not to mention the Rebel series is also pretty good, but I really did not care for the new. Yeah, it was cheesy to start, and then it got really good. Yeah, I mean, I liked Thrawn, and I already didn't begin with. So. Oh yeah, fan service, but you know what? They did a good job with them.
I haven't seen Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
I haven't even seen the the Han Solo movie. This way.
I have never seen. Oh, you know what? I actually enjoyed the Solo film. I did. I didn't really care for the robot. But no, I mean, in Last Jedi, I have never hated a character as much as I hated Rose. I kept waiting for her to get killed. I'm like, please kill her. And it just.
Laura Dern was in that movie?
She was annoying, but yeah, she was.
What?
She was annoying, but she actually served her purpose. She served her purpose.
There's rumored that her and Sam Neill supposed to be in Jurassic World 3. It was funny because as a kid, I thought Alan Grant was my favorite character, but as I got older, I realized it was Malcolm the whole time. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, he does have an arrogance about him, but I think the arrogance comes from him being right most of the time.
Yeah, because he was arrogant in the book too.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a few of the characters they switched around their personalities. I mean, Henry Wu didn't survive the first book.
Nope, he got disemboweled by raptors.
Apart by raptors.
So that's probably going to happen in this third film, probably, because he's been alive way too long.
Because now, I mean, I liked him in the book because he was a cool guy in the book. He was really nice. He was really laid back.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the movie, they turned him into the guy
Asshole.
you don't ever leave your kid with. Because he's probably got a white van somewhere. Yeah.
Oh man.
Right. That's the one thing I like they did. They gave him backstory.
And stuff. Yeah. And then when you listen to him in the game, he sounds like he has a white van somewhere.
He does, cause he always says, "I'm always watching you." I'm like, why? Evolution.
Evolution, because that's the only one I've actually played. Nah, this at that time. I'm trying to think what my gaming system was like back then. Yeah, I was playing Halo and a couple other games and that kind of stuff. I don't think I ever noticed it.
Wait, really? Oh, wow.
Holy crap. All you kids better stink and start listening to what I tell you then.
Kids. I'm damn near as old as you are.
Yeah, you're still not as old as me.
What, by what, 2 years?
I don't know. Dude, you sound like you're about 25 or something.
That's what I was about to say. You sounded like you was at least 26, dude.
Does that mean you're a Fortnite kid?
No, he's one of the smart ones.
Because I mean, that sounds like, I mean, Fortnite's more of Tremaine's speed of gameplay than anybody else's.
Yeah, he likes playing it too.
Play that sometimes. I like playing it sometimes. No, I never played Minecraft. I just never.
But no, I understand what you were saying about
that game is fun.
Woo though.
Because it's 8-bit crap, and I love 8-bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is Minecraft about?
Building.
It's just just building stuff.
Some things come up that could be interesting.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Anything you think of.
Mm-hmm. But just in very low texture, like 144p or something like that.
Yeah, it's really, it's just like basically 8-bit stuff. I like it just because of that simple fact of the matter of 8-bit stuff. Because I grew up playing 8-bit games.
Mm-hmm. They're old year 8-bit.
I'm old enough that I had an NES. People see me, they think I'm like in my... Oh crap, there's 2 bears here, crap!
Oh shoot, run!
I'm playing one of my hunting games. I'm playing my hunting game. You stand up.
Hold on, but okay, so Dr. Wu, remember in this game when, what was it, the Spinal Raptor mission, that after it got sabotaged, he had you make 3 more hybrids, and then you send all of them off to go kill whoever did the sabotage? Right.
I think it's Cabot. Doesn't he take over because of Maserati?
Right.
Oh. Then aren't you the CEO then?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe.
Everything.
There's like they walked out into a random crowd, like point out some guy, hey you, yeah you like dinosaurs? You do? Yeah, come on, let's go build a park. What?
Pretty much.
No questions asked, crowd, and now I'm here. Well, I don't know. Because the only thing I remember from J-Pog is when you started was just try to make a successful island, get the island to 5 stars. And get a whole lot of messages from Dr. Sattler. Well, saying they both do, really. Yeah. Yeah, same thing you doing. Yeah, same thing you doing here. They just give you side missions because J-Paul, all you did was do stuff and got message from the crew. Like, Urgent message from Dr. Sattler, like every 5 minutes. Well, shoot, to each their own in that department, but I mean, but just imagine if Dr. Dewar messaged you every 5 seconds. Urgent message from Dr. Dewar. I'd turn that off.
So basically, it'd be like a crazy ex-girlfriend and never really leaves you alone.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that was Dr. Sattler. Like, she would message you for everything. If a dinosaur went to a coma, urgent message from Dr. Sattler. If it died, urgent message from Dr. Sattler. Like, come on.
Wait, did a dinosaur die? Well, then slice that thing up. We're having barbecue tonight. That I would seriously consider that. A dinosaur freaking died. Let's cut it up. Let's give it a test. If it's worth something, then maybe we might got something else here going on for us.
Right.
We can end world hunger.
Sinoceratops. Months. Right?
In the frickin' 90s, anything with dinosaurs would have been high sell. It doesn't matter what kind it is. If it's a dinosaur,
people
would
wanted
have
it.
showed up to see it. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna deny it. That spawned 2 other games of it, and I beat both of them.
Yeah,
the second
it
one
was
my favorite.
Resident Evil. Yeah, the first one was literally a dinosaur version of Resident Evil. The second one, I do agree, it was really fun. The third one's the only one I haven't played.
The third one was just like way out there in like left field.
It's the black sheep of the family.
I'm not sure because I've seen more than enough trilogies to know that the third one, by the time they get to the third one, they're usually just gasping for air. Every so often, you get a trilogy that's really good. The Planet of the Apes trilogy, yeah, the original Star Wars trilogy, Lord of the Rings. You know what? I enjoyed the Spinosaurus. I didn't enjoy the series.
Yeah, the Spinosaurus was like the highlight.
But the Spinosaurus would have been a good addition for later on, for other parts of it. I mean, I would have liked to see the Spino fight the Indominus. Well, the T-Rex was just playing Godzilla for the day. So.
Right? Chasing buses. You know what's funny about that scene though? That I kind of realized in that one scene, the T-Rex caused a bus to crash into a Blockbuster. Not too long after that, maybe a few years later, Blockbuster closed down. That's when they started closing down. They ain't come back from that T-Rex attack.
Yeah, kind of like how Simpsons predict everything.
I know, right? Shoot, why watch the news when you can watch The Simpsons?
I don't know, because I'd rather watch Futurama than Simpsons.
Ain't they made by the same people, right?
I think
They
so.
look silly. I love Nitro. What's his name?
Who's over
Nightwolf.
here? So, oh yeah, you saw the Nightwolf trailer?
Yeah, Nightwolf look.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nightwolf
no,
look like a beast. He gonna be a beast. Well, yeah, that too. Then, they said Nightwolf's outro is the best intro in the game, and I agree. I mean, best
Yeah,
outro.
it is. Oh yeah, it is. Well, from what I seen.
Yeah.
The only thing I find funny about Best in Slot, or one of the things I find funny about Best in Slot, is his obsession with trees.
What?
No, the thing that caught me off guard with Best Slot when he was calling the Triceratops sexy, I was like, I need an adult.
I am an adult. I need an adult. I am an adult.
I was like, Best in Slot, I'm starting to get worried about you there, buddy. Yeah, that whole thing with him and Beaver was talking about, I was like, dang, because Beaver was the one that brought it to light. Swerve ain't even say something about it at first.
And not in the fun way.
Mm-hmm. That's the only thing though that is true, is like when you is the smaller YouTube channel and then you do have something, maybe even maybe if it's just a small criticism, you're not even saying no that it's a bad thing. It could be like a small criticism. The followers of that person will like bear down on you. Yeah, they will bear down on you like hard. And in that defense though, is like it really isn't fair for Best in Slot to come for Swerve like he did. But at that point, that was how long ago was that? Even talked about a month or two ago, and I don't want to stir that. Yeah, I don't want to stir that back up because they all pretty much put that behind them. But at least I hope so, or at least for the sake of everybody on
I don't know
YouTube.
who any of these people are, so I will.
Right?
I'm a tiny little channel. What are they gonna do to me?
Okay, let's go on the second island and get some more stuff unlocked, cause I need more stuff. Yeah, he was the biggest dino YouTuber until Beaver overtook him like what 2-3 years ago. Yeah, he did mention that. Yeah, Beaver did mention that. I can't even say, you can't say that Beaver cheated the system. Beaver is literally just funnier. No, he didn't. No, Beaver didn't cheat the system at all. Beaver's just funnier. That's all that is.
Oh, Gaming Beaver?
Yeah, the Gaming Beaver.
Yeah, I follow him I follow him because he's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram. Hold on, you saw that the old the filter he used, the old people filter he used on Instagram, that made me laugh.
On this next island, Isla Muerta, you may have some meteorological events, storms, extreme weather.
I was like, really? I thought it was Best in Slot's reaction, really, because Best in Slot takes things just a little. I was thinking he's gonna take it a little bit too far. I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, I don't want him to go after deck tunics now.
Then one small change is all it takes to create a series of toppling dominoes, leading to rampaging dinosaurs. And they don't make the butterfly net big enough to stop them.
Oh shoot! Oh yeah. Swerve is lighthearted. That's what I like about Swerve. Swerve can take a joke, and Beaver can too. And I think I like to say Best in Slot can to an extent, but those other two, yeah, they could take. You could do that with them. Who do I want to make for this? Scrooties? Right. Right. Does Best in Slot even have 1 million subscribers yet? Or because I know Beaver has like 2 million at this point. What's the Expedition Center? There you go. Oh wow, yeah. See, like I said, it was a time he was ahead of Gaming Beaver, and then next thing you know, Gaming Beaver, he shot above it, because like I said, Beaver is just all. Yeah, that too. Like, yeah, like when he was playing Assassin's Creed, what's the new one, Odyssey? And he was like literally just pumping episodes out. That was something people not used to, because Beaver make maybe 2 or 3 episodes a day if you're lucky. And in that one, he was just pumping episode after episode after episode. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There was definitely some jealousy going on there. Yeah, no, but that's what it was. That's what it was. It was to a point where it basically Best in Slot had to acknowledge it himself, though. That's why he was the last one to say something after Beaver did. After Beaver said something, then Swerve said something, and then Best in Slot said something after that, because he basically had to acknowledge it, the truth behind it. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the debunk video. Damn, the incubations keep failing. Good thing these is fucking. Yeah, good thing these are Struthies. Shoot. No power.
This is why I like working on my game that I play all the time, my hunting game. This community they got for that is really nice. We don't try to argue with each other. We don't try to kill each other.
Right.
No, this can be very mean.
I'll be back. I'm back to watch.
I kid you.
For Mortal Kombat?
Yeah,
I started calling and...
Hold on, Tremaine. You need to fight me and kill a kill, though.
Cool.
Later on.
And then next thing I know, there's another one standing up looking at me.
I'm gonna be back in party.
Alright.
You out, Tremaine?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'll be back later, though. I'm just gonna watch this top 8 for Evo and come back. Evo and come back.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Right.
Just turn around, be like, there's the wreck stand. You're like, well, I know how this is gonna go.
At least one Hunyangosaurus.
Like, well, I know how this is.
Like, I know how this is finna go. You're like, can we talk about this? You're like, well, see, that has horns, and you pretty defenseless, and I'm like, imagine literally trying to talk one out of eating you, though. Like, it'd be like tomato, tomato. I'm like, but you don't even eat vegetables.
You know, the funny thing is, I was watching something the other day.
There we go.
They were actually talking about if dinosaurs would. The short answer was absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
They absolutely would. But a T-Rex and a Spino, the bigger dinosaurs, probably wouldn't even take a look at us because we'd be too small of a morsel for them to eat.
Right. They have to literally be starving, right?
Pretty much.
Thing. It's not his MO.
Well, a hungry dinosaur like a hungry lion will eat anything. If it's got food in front of it and it can eat it, it's gonna take it. It's not gonna be super picky.
Dang.
Yeah, lions will kill me. If I don't shoot them first.
And so with those bears.
And that's the fun thing too, is I hunt bears real life, and I have some I have some funny reactions in my streams. Whenever I'm streaming, I have some pretty funny ones. I stream a hunting game mostly, and the reactions I have are some of the funniest ones I've ever recorded. I usually stream with my buddy, and we always have something. We did an incident a few weeks ago, hunted a Cape Buffalo with a 410.
Another member of the Stegosaurus. We're selling these photos, right? These are for sale.
He said, we're selling these photos, right?
Thanks all the way.
Gotta get the Reload Search Center online.
I'd love for that to happen.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's about to get even more fun because I'm going to the African map, and that means I'm probably going to run into a lion.
Now if the cheetah get you first. I just saw that comment. Wow, I've not been paying attention to that. Yes, I was a fan fiction writer once. I still kind of am, but I like procrastinated on a hell of a lot.
That's a freaking understatement.
Cause me and Clay right now we working on a crossover series, and I'm supposed to have been uploaded a chapter, but I ain't I said. I was supposed to upload a chapter like almost a month ago.
Yeah. Quit screwing around. I'm wanting to read this.
And it's like 75% done on my phone. Like, I have it on my phone, but it's 75% done. And
I usually write on my phone too and then upload things. But I haven't done anything in a while myself.
don't know where the heck the helicopter went, but it's just gone. So, okay.
You want to know a fun fact about that girl who played as Lex?
Ariana Richards?
Yeah. She was in the Tremors movies as well.
Really?
Yep.
Does Ariana Richards even still act? Honestly, I don't think I've seen her in anything
I don't
recently.
think so. I think she's a painter now.
Oh, wow. So there's no hope for her coming back in Jurassic World.
Oh, he was in G.I. Joe Retribution, I think it was. He was Mouse.
Oh, wow.
I think so.
Yeah. I enjoy his acting. Because that's who everybody wants to see.
That's kind of similar to how Jeffrey Dean Morgan now is pretty much Negan.
Oh man, he is so great as the Joker. He's so great as the Joker.
Well, the thing with the Joker thing is, though, he's so good at it, everybody tries to emulate that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I know. He was Firelord Ozai.
I know, that's what caught me off guard. I was like, wait, he was Ozai? He was... Man. I know he had fun with that character.
Yep. Say that name again, 'cause I think I've heard that. Okay, I thought you said somebody else. Never mind. Ugh. Factory. I've heard of it. Yes, I'm old enough. I know about Bionicle.
Oh yeah, I remember Bionicle. I used to have a Bionicle game on the GameCube. The one with the Roxy, or however you say it again. You know what I want? I want a sequel to the game Clayton got me addicted to playing. Mass Effect. I want a legit sequel to that one, not what Andromeda was. I want to continue the story of Shepard.
Shepard's dead. He can't come back. Spoiler warning.
My Shepard took a breath. I haven't even played it though. I still want to play Andromeda, but I want to play Mass Effect though. I heard. Yeah, I heard it was like really full of glitches and horrible.
Well, women can be a glitchy mess too, but we still chase that himself.
Over emotional, that's an understatement.
Your girl isn't there right now, is she?
Yes. No.
That's the only reason why he was able to get away with that.
Young Darth Vader. You talking about the scene where he killed the kids or something like that? Oh. Mm-hmm. Like Ian Malcolm with that laugh. Well, when you a Jedi and you literally got the power to force others to your will, I'm pretty sure that's crossed almost everybody's mind at that point.
Yeah, then you're no longer a Jedi, you're a Sith, and I'd rather be a Sith anyway.
Me too. I was about to say I'd rather be a Sith Lord any day. Red lightsaber, lightning powers, dark side.
I ain't worried about that. It's just I'd prefer to be a Sith because then if I do something bad, I can just be like, well, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I have. I played the first one and I was in the midst of playing the second one, but I never beat it. Yeah, you could, honestly.
I love the Force Unleashed games. What, Force Unleashed? Are we talking about the one with Star Killer? I played them both. I beat them both. Yeah, I played both of them, and I actually enjoyed both of them, so.
Probably could make 2 enclosures out of this, honestly. Do it like that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The clever girl.
Yep. That's the one thing I always laugh about. Every movie, no matter what it is, when they have gun scenes in it, I always am sitting there laughing because I will point out every inaccuracy about guns because I love guns. And the first thing that always gets me is when they rack the gun. When you see them, like in a movie when they're getting ready to start an action scene, they pump the gun before they get ready to shoot or something. They work the action.
They're trying to get in the head.
That's been me in any of those situations. Yeah, that'd been me in any of those situations. That gun would have already been racked. That gun would have been ready to go. I'd just raised up, pull the trigger. That'd be it. There would have been none of this cock in the gun. Anybody with a brain in their head should know that gun should be ready to go as soon as that gun.
As soon as you put it in your hands, just boom.
Pretty much.
No, the thing about the cargo hold is that they didn't do a transition for that. They just went from we're leaving the island, now we're in San Diego, and this is happening. That's what happened. There was no proper translation between those scenes. right? And that's the most puzzling thing about it. How can you just do that whole thing and it bring on a whole boat crash on a dock? The whole crew has been massacred, but nobody knows what the fuck happened. And the T-Rex is in the cargo hold. That would have been an interesting sequence because they actually have storyboards for it. I saw Clayton's video on it. That cage he was in with the crane and all that. Yeah. What the hell is it called? We were steering this ship. Yeah. From.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they definitely could have just better explained that whole moment. Like, that ain't make no sense. Just like in Fallen Kingdom, they didn't even bother to explain them. How the heck did you all catch that T-Rex? Of them catching the rest, because I really want to know that. Like, everybody's running from the volcano, and next thing I know, after they survive, boom, we got a T-Rex. How did y'all do that? Did it just run into the cage because it was so frightened? Somebody please. This is the things that keep me up at night. Ludlow's crew, yeah, they had the whole engines list, but yeah, right now they was just going after the herbivores. Cause it wasn't built yet, and by the time they would have got them there, they would have only had enough for like a few of the herbivores. They went in there overly ambitious though. He's literally his nephew. You are no other person but Hammond. Right. Yeah. Ended up failing even worse, in my opinion. Yeah, like y'all both said, he sabotaged the whole thing. Y'all literally stranded there, and weapons is the only thing y'all got to defend yourself. Why would you sabotage the guns? I'm pretty sure that man got away scot-free. Went right back to Greenpeace. Right.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, they made the point,
he
though,
had
with
common
Roland.
sense. He was the common sense of everybody there, even of Ian Malcolm's group.
I mean, they made the point though that Roland. Yeah, they made the point though that somebody pointed out that they believe that all Roland was just a reincarnation of Muldoon because everybody liked Muldoon so much. And then
Yeah, because they were both
killed him.
Kenyans, right?
I believe so. Both of them were big game hunters from Africa.
Mm-hmm. Hey, did you see that deleted scene that they had too? Where he beats up the guys at the bar?
That's the one that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it with the. Yeah, I liked too when you find out that the Anjay part of it when he was trying to convince him to go, and he goes, "Go up to my thing, tell me what everything I got up there, and try to convince me to actually go on this trip." And then he gets a chance to hunt the T-Rex. Yeah. And that's the one line I love the most in the movie was, "Somewhere on the island is the world's greatest predator. The second greatest predator has to take him down." Showing that even though that... Go ahead. I said I like that line because it shows that even in this world, that T-Rex completely would dominate us if he was still alive.
Mm-hmm. Spinosaurus wasn't even born then.
Right. And that's the thing.
I don't even see how
that was
people
the thing,
can
too.
even
He was right,
establish
though.
that. On JP3, which is what it needed though. It should have gave some more though, like talking about where these dinosaurs came from. I mean, no, I don't think anybody would have minded learning that the Spinosaurus was recently created. It was eggs.
Yeah, because there was like so many inconsistencies between 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Which I would almost be tempted to say that the theory would be that they weren't actually on Smyrna, they were probably on a different island, because the islands look so different.
Skill shot. Oh no, I shot a Struthi from really far at a weird angle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's one thing I disagree with right there. There's no way it could have stole from other movies. It was in its own right. It's its own movie. That okay. There was no difference between that. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like his camera case that he used for taking, that was like holding the camera case, but he switched out and put eggs in it.
And I kind of disagree with Alan Grant. What he said to, what was his name? Billy.
Billy?
Yeah, I was like, you got to think about it, Grant. He was thinking about the dig, because once I got off this island, y'all would have went back to digging, and y'all would have pretty much went back to struggling. So him taking those eggs was actually a good move for in a financial standpoint. He was thinking in the long run. It was just he didn't anticipate that the Raptors would be so hell bent on getting their eggs back. No, I thought that was Jurassic World's message. It's not easy to see because your first thought about JP3 is, oh, well, it's the same as the Lost World, stuck on the island, we need to get off. I mean, that's all 3 movies. That's all four movies. Stuck on the island, we need to. Because on the fifth one was we're stuck in a mansion with a and the 5th one was just we're stuck in a mansion with a serial killer dinosaur. We need to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Well, they got it when they jumped, when they did that incredible jump. Incredulous, I mean.
That's like bamboozled is an awesome word too.
Mm-hmm.
And they found out they got bamboozled too. Hey, I killed one of them.
I don't know why, but when Clayton started talking, when he was talking about that bear, I got a whole Fox and the Hound. Because every time he say he run into a bear, every time Clay say he run into a bear, I get the whole Fox and the Hound image in my mind.
Yeah. Ah, crap.
Ah, crap baskets.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Oh yeah, they did have a hiss, didn't they? I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, she don't like to attack people. She's very spoiled. The cat is very spoiled. Yeah, the cat is like if you don't feed the cat at night, the cat comes in a room early in the morning, wakes you up, and like I said, the cat really does meow.
Every
it
cat
goes,
in the world does that.
It goes. Eh. So I'm like, what the so we be like, what the hell? It comes to wake us up, it goes, eh. I'm like, what? And then if you don't wake up, she walks all over your body with her claws. Oh, thankfully the cat has never done that. Like, how come I am the only capable human being? Papa Birdo. I laughed very hard at that scene. They literally dug through dinosaur doo-doo to get that dang phone. I'm like, it's not even that serious.
I don't know. The entire time I was watching that, and that phone was going off like that, the only thing I could think of was the Croc chasing Captain Hook. In Peter Pan, there was a crocodile that would hunt Captain Hook, and it had swallowed an alarm clock, and it would be ticking. And whenever the croc was getting close, it would be ticking. It's the only thing I could think of when I was watching that. Alrighty. Well, just a shot on the line, and then probably my luck is I'm gonna come up and find what the heck.
Science mission.
Yes, Jack. Okay, nothing wrong about it. See, I wouldn't have missed the shot.
Yeah, this game, I think that was Universal's call, because J-Park had it that if it got to be too much of a hassle, you had to literally terminate the dinosaur. And I feel like you should have that option in here, but I think that's Universal call of not wanting the game to be too bloody, because with these graphics, if you shoot the dinosaur, you have to show blood, you know, spurting out and all that. But Universal should know that their franchise, the Jurassic franchise, is bloody. It's gory by default. So this shouldn't be no problem. Right, no, the first movie wasn't really gory. I mean, they had the that arm thing, but that was that. Then the second movie, its gore came with Eddie Carr getting ripped in half. Yeah. But the thing is, you know, they've shown these things, so just because you want to market this game to a younger audience doesn't mean you gotta demark the franchise's gore value either. I mean, the dinosaurs get cuts and scrapes on them, so why can't they get a bullet wound hole or you know, right? They get like bloody cuts, so yeah, terminate dinosaurs. That's why I'm gonna ask on the forum. We need to be able to terminate these dinosaurs.
I would do. Oh crap! There was a second one.
Cause how much better would that Spinoraptor mission have been? That Spinoraptor mission should have been, oh god, we can't sedate it. Instead of me using another dinosaur to come fight it, which even though I did kind of like, I would have liked it more if I got if it gave me the chance to terminate the creature. Opportunity. Yes, there we go. Opportunity. I wish it would have said terminate it, kill it. But they, you know, they didn't give us that.
Steeler fan there for a second.
Oh no, never. Oh, research is available, so let's see what I can go in here and do. Research some of these diseases so the dinosaurs don't get sick. They get sick from a disease that you haven't researched. Now, see, a thing I have caught is I caught some of them getting sick from diseases that they shouldn't be getting sick from, because it tells you that they can get what they can get sick from. Like it says, Edmontosaurus can get sick from common cold, but I've seen it get sick from Campylobacter, that Campylobacter thing before. I'm like, what? How? Right.
The facility itself is a kind of organism. It needs to grow. Nurture it.
Gore. Gore shouldn't be something too hard to do. I mean, it's gore. I mean, it's literally just a effect. It shouldn't be that hard to add on to. Ankylosaurus and Corythosaurus. See, good thing I'm about to put them in the same enclosure.
This place makes it more dangerous. This contract can help us with security.
Like I said, the size changes was one of the only things my first disagreement with them, because I knew they could do it, and I felt like they didn't want to. But then next you know, they eventually did it, because they like it would mess up your save file. I'm like, even I knew, because like I said, I took the class. Me and Clayton went to the same school, so we already knew from that standpoint what they had to do. Just go into the lab, like basically what we like to say is go into the lab and experiment. And then once you find out you can do it, implement it. And that's basically what they do now. But like they say, like, it's gonna mess up the save. But then they tell somebody, "Hey, go into the lab and see if we can do this." That's what they should say first, instead of saying that we really don't want to do it, or we can't do it because it'll mess up the save. What they should tell us is, well, what we are going to do is try it first. We're going to see if we can do this without messing up the all saves, and if we can, we'll implement it. Instead of saying it'll mess up the save if we do it. Ooh, Velociraptor. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Build and upgrade. Success 2.0, and then that. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, I like to think this game was an experiment too, because you got Planet Zoo coming out, and Planet Zoo's coming out with a whole bunch of stuff that I felt like Jurassic World Evolution should have had. Like they said, the animals in Planet Zoo each will have a different personality. Some will be more playful, some will be more aggressive, some will be more calm. I'm like, imagine that being in Jurassic World Evolution. Well, like, imagine like having that in Jurassic World Evolution, where you have a T-Rex that's more aggressive than, let's say, the other T-Rex, because the other T-Rex is just a little bit more calm. It's fine with this its enclosure, but the other T-Rex is more aggressive, so it doesn't like being confined, so it tries to break out. Right? That did bother me. I was like, Spinosaurus can be grouped in twos, but T-Rex could only be grouped in one. I was like, what? It was literally a movie with a pair of T-Rexes, and T-Rexes are known to have family groups. And then they did the same thing to Allosaurus. I'm like, Allosaurus is a pack hunter. Yeah. Oh, that much is definitely true. They did not watch the movies, or even if they did, they watched clips. They didn't watch it in a whole, or something like that. Or like the only movie they probably watched was Jurassic World. Or more vibrant, something to make it stand out so you can see the little markings on his sail better. Mm-hmm. No, not to that one scene with the fire. Then when that one scene when they shot the fire at it with the flare, and that's when I noticed. I was like, wait a minute, it has patterns on his sail, and you couldn't see it during the daytime or nothing like that. So yeah, it was like bad lighting.
What the heck?
You said how come they ain't do what to the Ankylosaurus? Oh. Yeah, because they're going off of the Jurassic World variant. I like the JP3 variant because they had different colors. It was more vibrant. Yeah, the dull skins, basically. Yep. That's the versions they went off of. Like when in terms of skins, that's the ones. That's the skin I would want for Ankylosaurus. Like, what skin they don't have that they can call that? Savannah, tundra, maybe? No, steppe. They don't have a steppe Ankylosaurus, so that could be steppe. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. But if anything, I'm gonna get on there and say is please give the Raptors an actual vibrant skin, like do a redo on their skins. Like that is my major gripe with you all. The Raptor is not the most vibrant dinosaur. Like come on. And then, cause the Raptor, which Raptor is it? Is it the Arid Raptor? Or no, the Step Raptor, the one of their new skins where it comes out look like it just rolled around in breadcrumbs or something like that. Basically, right? I'm like, this look like it's been breaded and thrown in a fryer. Like, come on.
Looks like the Colonel got a hold of it.
Exactly. A freezer, didn't it? Oh yeah, you did. In Jurassic World, which one was that? Was that Delta?
No, in Jurassic Park. No, in Jurassic Park it got thrown in a freezer.
Yeah, in Jurassic Park it got thrown in a freezer. And in Jurassic World it got thrown in a fryer. Like damn, I think that was Delta.
No, it got I saw that and I'm like, ooh, flambéed raptor. That might be worse.
Flambéed raptor. That's another thing I have a gripe with. I don't care what the Indominus was created to be. When the Ankylosaurus smacks you with that club tail, you go down. I don't care what y'all was trying to show how big and bad the Indominus was. That's an Ankylosaurus. That thing ends carnivores' careers. You know what? You're right. Because if they would have went out by having, let's say the Ankylosaurus swung his tail club and then Dominus caught it in his mouth and crushed it, I'd have been like bullshit in that movie theater. Right. It's still something that can get killed. Right, it took an Ankylosaurus tail club like it was like a smack on the wrist. I was like, no, it didn't. Cause at first when I went into Jurassic World, I didn't like the Indominus at all. I ain't like the concept about it or nothing like it at all. And it wasn't really until like what? Right. Well, so I just felt like if they wanted to use another dinosaur that can give a T-Rex a run for his money, there's a whole list of dinosaurs they could have used. They could have finally brought in the Giganotosaurus.
Giganotosaurus.
That's the dinosaur I've been waiting to see show up in the Jurassic franchise, but And see, that's the thing. It's like the T-Rex has to be the dominant dinosaur. See, I don't believe that. My problem was there's no way in hell and Spinosaurus can beat the T-Rex if the T-Rex got the first bite and it has the most powerful bite force. That was my problem right there. Like T-Rex had the first bite, got him to the ground. No, and that wasn't over. And it wasn't over. Like, come on now. That's true. Well, yeah, that's true, but that was my problem. Now, if it was let's say they brought in the Giganotosaurus and that's what happened. It killed the T-Rex. I wouldn't have had a problem with that because the Giganotosaurus is supposed to be at least the same size, if not bigger and meaner than the T-Rex. So at that point, it's like, it's
hunted Argentinosaurus
for a living. It brought down sauropods, and T-Rex is like, hell no, I don't mess with them things. Right. Triceratops and probably an Ankylosaurus if the damn thing was old and sick. Right. But hey, that's just that's the fan base is doing. They making the lead-in believe that the T-Rex has to be the victor because it's supposed to be the face of the franchise, which it in a way it is, but at the same time, if it's not Rexy, then it shouldn't matter. Rexy is the face of Jurassic Park, not the buck and the doe, and not our dead homie. So. Right.
Where did you go?
Because Rexy's MO in Jurassic Park is literally saving humans from something. Like she just happens to be there at the same time.
I think it's just a right time, right place type of deal. Because when it boils down to it, I mean, if you think about it like this, from this concept, from nature's perspective, the humans are her food. She is protecting her food source from a rival predator. So, but a raptor can steal all of her food too.
Yeah, they're quick and nimble.
Raptor can steal all of her food. Yeah.
But no, I get what you're saying.
Same principle like the Carno. They're other predators. Realistically, a jackal is not a threat to a lion, but a lion will kill a jackal in a heartbeat to protect its food.
Oh yeah, especially if you're in its territory. Yeah, it will.
Yeah, a jackal's no threat to a lion, like a raptor's no threat to a rex. But it's the same concept. It's their territory. They're protecting their territory from another predator. Exactly. And that's why they made the point in it. There were a couple points in it. I had to explain to my mother, like when after they were digging through the freaking piles of crap to find the phone, and the Ceratosaur walked up to check it out. She thought that he ran away because they were covered in crap and they smelled bad. I tried to explain to her. I said, no, They ran away because it knew that it was in territory of the predator that killed the T-Rex.
Right.
It wanted nothing to do with that.
Right. It saw them, saw the doo-doo, recognized the smell that it was from Spinosaurus, and it walked clean off. He's like, nah, I don't want none of these problems today.
Right. And same with when he was talking, the kid was talking about spreading the urine.
Mm-hmm.
Of the rest,
the Spinosaurus has the Spinosaurus has a T-Rex addiction in that aspect. That's what I was just about to say. Because if it scares off everything else, but it attracts the Spinosaurus, yeah, that thing had a T-Rex addiction.
I don't want to say it had T-Rex addiction. It's more like a rival alpha.
Oh, that too, yeah. But that thing definitely hated humans. There's no way in hell it would keep chasing people for that long in the movie. Realistically, it would do that. That thing hated humans because it was experimented on for 9 months.
Yeah, that's the one concept I remember hearing, was the reason why it went after him so much, because it actually hated humans because of the crap humans did to it.
Right. Because when Jurassic World came out, they said these dinosaurs were bred and experimented on for 9 months. Oh yeah, that's enough time for a creature to develop hate for something. That, and because they ran a plane into it too, so.
Well, I like too that they actually showed that the markings were there from the plane hitting it, because if you watch later on the stuff, you can actually see the cuts in the side of it from where the plane hit it.
See, I'm gonna have to go back and look for that, because I don't think I've noticed that.
It's right above the back leg. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the marking on the back leg where it was hit with the
plane.
The propeller hit it.
No selfies though. I can't market photos if you get me.
And I'm sitting there. That's the other thing too, because I was watching the video and the guy's shooting the freaking big gun, blows up the plane. And I'm like, okay, if he'd have hit the freaking dinosaur with that gun, this movie would have been over. So that gun sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The dude was a trained mercenary, knew he was going to an island full of dinosaurs with predators.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I guess I need to get ready to make some dilos. I always put dilos on this enclosure.
Where did it go?
That wasn't even a concept that I would have that I have ever thought of until today either, though. I never even considered that Grant might have been suffering from PTSD. Considering what they all went through, hell yeah, I should have considered that. Because shoot, Ellie, it even showed that Ellie had PTSD because he said he could still remember the sounds they make, and she says that she tries not to. Especially that one scream that is like, let me first say that when you think about it, out of all the dinosaurs in the Jurassic franchise, the raptor has the most terrifying sound. Remember that scream sound it makes when they charge legs? The Spinosaurus is definitely, those are the top three. Raptors first, then T-Rex, then the Spinosaurus, but the raptor has the scariest one. Well, no, it's relentless, but I'm talking about the roar, the scary, the roars, how scary they sound. Because with the T-Rex in Lost World, when the T-Rex roared in Lost World, it sounded like thunder. Yeah, it was the only time. You don't really hear it anymore after that. And that is literally its best roar, and y'all, and people underutilize it. That's what I'm like. You know, y'all trying to piss me off. Mm-hmm. Utilize it. But yeah, like I said, it's that Roar the Raptor guy. It's the one, like when it saw Lex's reflection and charged it. That roar is its most terrifying roar. And the second one is the second terrifying one is the one that the Tiger Stripe one did when it jumped out the grass on that black dude, who stupidly turned around to see if it was still being chased by a raptor. I was like, really? I was 6 and I knew that was stupid. Right. I gotta turn around to see if it's still there. You can obviously hear it. Like, come on. And what's his name even said, don't go into the long grass. And they all went in there. Like, mm-hmm. I missed that one thing though that the Raptors used to say. Well, at least in the second movie, because they used to sound like they were saying "hey." I was like, "What the hell is that? Human speech?"
I know. I kind of wish that it continued on with the concept because they showed how intelligent the Raptors were, that they were actually opening doors.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish they'd continued with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they had like the right horror aspect for it. Like, imagine if they kept going with that.
Yeah, we've seen the evidence of that, like killer whale. There was a video that went viral not long ago of a killer whale that would throw bait. Some of the fish that it was fed, throw it up onto this little thing, let the birds come up to eat it, and then launch an attack and kill a couple, grab a bird and drag it back under and eat it.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that video. That was insane.
Yeah, and I mean, the only documented killer whale kills on a human has been in
SeaWorld, right?
Never in the wild. Because a killer whale is just a giant dolphin. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's all it really is. A big dolphin. And then it gets its name because it kills whales. So.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, they kill
documented.
sharks.
They kill great whites.
And I think they do it for fun.
No, they eat them. They actually eat the sharks. They eat the liver in them and that kind of stuff. Parts of the meat and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they bash in their gills and basically suffocate them.
Yeah.
Okay, no, so it's the dolphins that do it for fun then.
But I mean, in the Bahamas, it's like we're literally like watching the lions and the hyenas of the savannah. That's kind of the same concept. Sharks and dolphins kill and eat each other.
Mm-hmm. You got. Hey, it was on the news yesterday. They said it was some great whites swimming around Cape Cod.
Yeah. There's seals up there, so they hunt them.
Mm-hmm. They're like, we have to close down the beach. There's great whites. Why are y'all swimming in the ocean anyway?
Here's the other thing. There was an incident a few years ago. These folks tagged this 9-foot-long shark. I was actually watching a special about it the other day on Shark Week, and they had tagged a 9-foot-long shark. And then, for some unknown reason, something happened, but something ate it in one bite.
Oh yeah, the thing that this mysterious thing, yeah.
Yeah, and they ruled out whale because it was whales are about as warm as humans are.
Mm-hmm.
So 90 degrees, almost 100 degrees, and this only peaked at about 70 something. So it was another fish. And then later on, they saw a documented picture of like a humpback whale or something.
Mm-hmm.
That was alive, and it had a huge bite out of the back of it.
Megalodon, it is still alive. That'd be awesome if it was.
They ruled out. They're saying that they don't believe it's a megalodon, but they think it's like easily the largest great white living out there, or even a new species.
That's bigger.
Yeah.
Oh man, what if it's like the megalodon but smaller?
Well, they estimated that the length of the shark that bit this whale was about 39 feet.
Damn. Shit, as big as a Rex.
Oh, it's a fun thing because in the ocean, the creatures can get a lot bigger than on land because the water helps support them.
Mm-hmm. That's insane. I really hope they do find out what did it though, because it'll be nice to discover something else.
Well, they say there's an estimate that of all the species we've discovered in the ocean so far, it's probably about 10%.
Yeah, because we only could go so low because the water pressure kill us.
Right. We've only discovered about 10% of all animals that live in the ocean.
Just like the whole thing when they say the further down there are still the same from like millions of years ago.
Yeah.
So, while I do believe there's still some things from prehistoric times that are still alive, like what's the name of that fish that they found that they thought was extinct?
Coelacanth.
Yeah, the coelacanth. It's literally unchanged from like millions and hundreds of millions of years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like I'm
creationist. I believe in that kind of stuff. 6,000 years and that stuff. I'm a Christian, so I believe that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes a lot of sense when you see things that people keep pulling up, how they haven't changed in millions of years. And it's like, okay, then if it hasn't changed in millions of years, evolution's flawed.
Basically.
Because evolution says it's supposed to continue to keep changing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I like to mix. I mix them both together.
Ways, I gotta say, in some ways, there is evolution because a creature that can become a different creature, but as long as it's in the same species, i.e., you get reptiles still being reptiles, but you don't get a lizard becoming a snake or something like that. You can get a snake that becomes a different species of snake, but through selective breeding, we see that with dogs.
Right. See, you don't get nothing that weird unless it was like per se a dinosaur. There was I literally think of them as lizard bird hybrids. Because there's no way you look at a triceratops and be like, that's a bird. I see a lizard, but it has a beak. Yeah. Right, but if you're looking at a triceratops, I mean, yeah, it has a beak, but overall, it looks like a lizard. And it's a bird. No, they're blizzards. They're bird lizards. They're like some weird... It's like, I don't know, maybe God was experimenting. Like, maybe if I mix these two together, I could just picture him sitting there stroking his beard. It's like just snapping his fingers and trying out stuff. He's like, no. Gets to a dinosaur, yes. I'm like, wait, what? Oh yeah.
I wouldn't say they got rid of them. I think there's still dinosaurs out there. We hear sightings of them all over the world.
Yeah, like what's his name? Like Mokelo Membe.
Mokele Dende. We got the Ropin. There's a couple other species, a couple other dinosaur-like creatures in Africa. There's some out in the Midwest of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
There are some in the outbacks of Australia.
No, see,
there's things like that all over the world.
The funny part is, I have a hard time believing in believing in the truth of the Loch Ness monster, but I literally to this day will not forget the silhouette that me and my cousin saw. We saw a pterodactyl flying in the background. It looked like a pteranodon because it had that long crest in the back, but it had like a long tail, like a rhamphorhynchus. So I'm like, okay, that's a pterodactyl. It couldn't have been a flock of birds. Ain't no way a flock of birds fly together that close and that perfect. Because if it was a flock of birds in that silhouette, it would have been like you would have seen the outer edges being all kind of like discombobulated from the motion of all of them flapping at different paces.
Yeah.
And like I said, to this day, I don't discredit that because, I've seen that with my own eyes, but for some reason, I just can't believe in the belief of there's a plesiosaur living around in a lake somewhere. I'm like, that doesn't sit well with me. But if they say if it's a sea serpent,
episode, I would say, actually, there's an episode of the show River Monsters, and the host of that actually thinks he figured that out. That it's not a plesiosaur like people think it is, that it's actually a shark.
See, that'd be even more believable. A big shark. Now, if they was to say it was a sea serpent, yeah, I'm more in belief that it's a sea serpent than a big old plesiosaur.
Now, there are sightings of aquatic reptiles and stuff. There was a famous sighting like in World War I of a U-boat that got sunk. No. A U-boat sunk a British trawler, and as it went underneath the water, it detonated, and they saw a massive creature actually get blown out of the water that looked like a crocodile with fins. As they described it. That's what the U-boat captain described it as.
Wow. So,
there's that. And, I mean, for me, I spend as much time in the outdoors as I do. All the hunting and stuff. And yeah, I haven't seen anything that out of the ordinary. I've seen my fair share of creepy things.
Right.
And I've heard my fair share of creepy things. But everybody who's always like, you hear these people about these guys like saying Bigfoot and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the
Mothman.
first thing I do if I saw it while I'm out in the woods, I usually have a gun with me. I'd kill it. That's the very first thing I'd do. I would shoot it dead. And then I would freaking load it up and take it and show it off.
Right. That...
First thing I'd be doing, I would...
Because I'm an avid cryptid believer. I believe in like the existence of cryptids because there's so much out there in the world that we don't know is actually out there. So how can you say it doesn't exist?
Me and my dad have this debate all the time about Bigfoot because he thinks Bigfoot's a demon because of how people describe it, because they smell sulfur whenever it's around and that kind of stuff. I argue that it's an actual animal because we have records of it in the fossil record.
Yeah, Gigantopithecus or something like
just
that.
Like it. Yeah.
And I see, and that's why I agree.
And it's the same with dinosaurs. There's, I mean,
most of them turned into birds.
I don't know about that one. That one's kind of a stretch for me to believe. But I mean, people still claim to see dinosaurs to this day, and it's interesting when you read of some of the sightings that people have seen.
Right, because some people say that people and dinosaurs haven't, lived or coexist together. I remember seeing a video where they said they took a Triceratops fossil, like his skull, like or something like that. And the thing that they do with trees, where they can see how old or something. What's that thing they do? Like not with trees, but with rocks, when they see how far back something is.
Well, I know what you're saying. They're carbon dating.
Yeah, they carbon dated it, and the skull was only carbon dated to about maybe tens of thousands of years ago.
Well, that's the thing too. The carbon dating method is like kind of flawed because the carbon that they're testing only has like a shelf life of like, I think like 5,000 years at most.
Dang. Well,
they test it multiple times until they get the test they want. And I'm trying to remember where it was. One of the track beds that they have out there, of like all the tracks of the dinosaurs walking and everything.
Yeah.
When it was first discovered, and I remember looking at the pictures of it, there were pictures of human footprints among the dinosaur footprints. And they quickly covered that up and got rid of that. They didn't want people knowing about that.
The dinosaur footprints. Wait, what did you say about the footprints?
They found human footprints among dinosaur footprints.
Yeah, I heard that one too. Yeah, human-sized footprints among the dinosaur footprint.
They covered that up really quickly because they didn't want people knowing about that.
That's what I'm saying. Why? What's all about that?
You know why? Because then that proves that the Bible is real, and they don't want people to believe that. They don't want people to know that. I know it sounds like tinfoil hat and that kind of stuff, but there are so many things that make a lot of sense if you take the time to think about it. Like I had that whole Area 51 thing that was going on there for a while. All those memes about people wanting to invade Area 51. I actually came up with my own theory on that as to why they were doing that. And my theory that I had for it, and nobody shot me yet, so I'm assuming it was either wrong or it just sounds so out of place. It sounds so out of place that they're just like, okay, let it go because nobody's gonna believe it. They want to confiscate the guns from people. Okay, they want to take guns from people. There's no doubt about that in my mind because an unarmed population is easier to control than an armed one.
That's true.
Now, here's the thing though. The American soldier will not shoot American civilians. They just won't do it. Unless they are forced to. But they will never shoot American civilians just to shoot them.
Right, because it's bad press. It'll have a negative impact on the nation as a whole.
Right. But
that too.
And they also are there to defend our Constitution rights. The American military will never go for doing anything that goes against our rights.
Right, and that's what I was saying.
But these people wanting to invade the Area 51 base. What if the concept was that the people who started the whole thing was a way to train American soldiers to shoot and kill American civilians. They will, and then they get the training in that way, and then now it's like, oh, well, we've done it before, and then now we actually have to do it again.
So if they
have the training,
so if the American citizens ever rise up, it won't be a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, that too. That's definitely true. I also thought that they was definitely overreacting really aggressively to the whole thing. I'm like, this is a joke. Y'all reacting so harshly makes people think, what are y'all actually hiding in? Because nobody in their right mind is really finna try to get into Area 51. Everybody knows it's dangerous, but knowing that, why would y'all react the way y'all do? Talk about, well, the Air Force is ready on standby to defend America's assets at a given notice. But y'all just said this is a military training base, so what's the problem? What do y'all got in there?
Right. And that's the concept. Like they are willing, if they're willing to do something like that to try to train the soldiers to kill American civilians, what else are they willing to cover up? Such as proof that humans and dinosaurs live together, meaning the Bible is real, creationism is real, and all that stuff.
They probably are hard.
That's actually probably somewhere else.
The Ark. I've seen a few videos on what an Ark. They thought what an Ark was, and all like that. Is all off somewhere in the Middle East, somewhere like that. And some various sites that look like the Ark could have been. But at the same time, for the Ark to survive as long as it is, as a boat made out of completely of wood and not wither away from the time it was made to now.
He's not talking about the Ark of the boat. He's talking about the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, the Ark of the Covenant.
Which is a very holy relic among Christians and Judaism.
You know, I was watching a video, not about the Ark of the Covenant, but about this secret organization that was designed to protect the lineage of Christ, like Jesus.
There is no bloodline from Jesus Christ.
Well, I just thought it was like an interesting concept. Like, what if Jesus did have a kid though? Cause they making a movie about his wife, isn't it? Mary Magdalene.
He didn't have a wife though. Mary Magdalene was just somebody who followed him around.
Oh shit. The heck they going around calling her his wife for?
Because that's not true. They're trying to spin people in a different direction.
Well, there you go.
Same concept when you see stuff like that, and you see things like that's why I'm always willing to argue about things like this. When you see the dinosaurs and you hear study dinosaurs, and I point at it, I'm like, okay, these things are real. Okay, these people, like, example, I live and grew up in a swamp. I can tell you about 2 different types of ducks, and you may not know the difference, but I can describe each one of them to a T, because I know what they are. I've seen them, I've killed them, I've watched them, all that stuff. These natives and these populations of these different countries, they know the difference between a Pittsburgh and the Ropin, or they know the difference between an elephant and Mokele Dende. They know the difference between those creatures. That's like in Job, they're talking about the behemoth. And everybody was like, oh, well, they must be talking about an elephant or anything like that. Literally in the thing, they describe it as having a tail like a cedar. The mightiest of all of God's creations, and a tail like a cedar. Elephants don't have a tail like a cedar. Cedar tree is pretty freaking huge and thick.
Right.
Yeah. Talking about the tree, the cedar, meaning a tree.
Right.
Yeah, that's a dinosaur. That is describing a sauropod dinosaur.
Right. Because those are the only things with tails that wide.
All right, and in the same concept, it's also talking about
Leviathan,
which people think, oh, it might have been a crocodile or something. There are other passages that talk about it and describe it. It literally sounds like they're describing a mosasaur.
Basically.
Oh yeah.
And they try to mask it as something else because whoa, let it be a bad day for mankind to find out that we did exist alongside dinosaurs or some shit like that. Like, come on.
It would be a bad day for science because then they'd have to be like, oh, okay, we were wrong and Christians were right, and they won't ever go for that.
Right. And it really shouldn't be a thing. Science should just literally be just their way of explaining what God created. That's all science is. It's just a way for other people to interpret it.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there are dinosaur skeletons out there with like arrowheads and spearheads in the bones.
Right.
I mean, I personally am willing to say that the reason why we don't see dinosaurs anymore like we used to is because we've hunted them to extinction. We have done it before with other animals.
We've hunted several animals to extinction before.
And
then
imagine
now
a 7-ton myosaur. How much of the village do you think that 7-ton animal is gonna feed?
Especially for how long too.
Right.
And like now, see, you take that to anybody else though, Clayton, and they'll try to discredit it and say, oh well, that's nonsense. You know, the dinosaurs got knocked out by the meteor. No, they didn't. As big and powerful as that meteorite was, it wasn't capable of killing everything on the planet. That's evidence because there's still things around.
And that's usually what I say too. I'm like, okay, if it can kill everything on land except for small little animals.
Mm-hmm.
There were small burrowing dinosaurs too. There were dinosaurs that probably burrowed, and they were about the size of the rats and that kind of stuff. We see little dinosaur skeletons all the time. They should have survived as well. And then you're talking about aquatic animals surviving, like crocs and that kind of stuff. Why didn't the plesiosaurs and all them survive? So, yeah. I mean, I also argue that I think climate change is BS. I mean, parts of it is real because we have affected it.
Yeah.
But there are people who've done like core samples and all that kind of stuff, and thousands of years ago, it was warmer back then than it was today.
Yeah. Remember, because Antarctica wasn't always a frozen wasteland.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was that, and it was a whole lot more oxygen then too. So things was a lot bigger, including people.
Yeah, and if you read in parts of the Bible, it talks about giants and that kind of stuff. There has been giant human skeletons discovered, but why don't we find out about them? Why don't we see them? Because they don't want to admit that Darwin was wrong, creationism was right.
Right.
I mean, this all sounds like 100% like tinfoil hat type stuff, but there is so much evidence that supports this stuff.
Sometimes I like to think they get evolution. They get evolution confused with adaptation. That's what it really is. Things put on this planet learn to adapt more than they do than to evolve.
Right, because I mean, things don't really evolve. They just change for the location and stuff. Selective breeding creates different animals. Like I said, you see that with dogs, cats, everything.
Shit, you could even go as far as to say that the dinosaurs even did selective breeding. That's the only way you can. That's the only way I can see how you can have a T-Rex and all this other selective family members like an Albertosaurus and all that.
Yeah.
And we talking about one of the most successful dinosaur groups to ever been made, because they were almost on every continent, I think, except for Africa and South America, maybe Europe, but they were literally everywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine though if they found the evidence, somebody found the evidence and reported it instead of like taking it to like the Smithsonian or something, they actually reported it, that they found a T-Rex tooth or a Spinosaurus tooth embedded in a skeleton
of a mammoth,
say an elephant or a mammoth. Yes, could you imagine the repercussions that would have?
Very. They'll be like, so much for the, you know, the whole great extinction and all that. I'll be like, yeah. The only thing the asteroid did was make room for everything else to adapt and grow. Right. Right, because they try to say that the asteroid blocked out the sun, because somehow it spread all this debris around the world. Mind you, Chicxulub was a great asteroid. It was big, but there's no way it could do that to the whole planet. The only thing it'd do was it would block out that certain area. That cloud will hover right there on that certain area. Everything else would be fine.
Right.
Because there's a lot of flaw in that logic. Because if that was the case, why we still got plants? That means all the plants would be gone. Nothing would have survived. That would have been the end of literally everything. So yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Clayton. It's just a whole bunch of cover-up bullshit.
I mean, I would think that, because I mean, I can't really. I mean, there are the climate can lead to the extinction of animals. We have led to the extinction of animals. Competition with other animals has led to the extinction. Introduce a new predator into an ecosystem,
messes up everything. Right.
We're seeing it right now in Florida with Burmese pythons being introduced into the ecosystem down there, and it is causing all kinds of chaos. But it's the concept, though. They have been introduced in there, and it is causing all kinds of problems down there. And that's what a new predator can do to an area that has no natural predators in that part of the world. It can upset an entire ecosystem and send animals into extinction. So...
But one day, though, I believe that's actually going to get out, because it's so long with something like that can just stay covered up. Sooner or later, that is going to happen. It's going to come out that the whole thing with evolution was a lie, and this and this was a thing, and people are going to be so mind blown, and there's going to be other people like us that's like, about time, finally. Yeah, but even when that still comes out, there's still going to be people saying, no, don't believe that, that's not that, this is what they're going to try to say, no, this is what really happened. It segued into this, no, this is what it is.
That's going to be the issue, because the scientists are going to be so prideful, they're not going to want to admit that they were wrong.
Right. Because you can't call yourself a scientist and not have questions about something like that. It raises questions more than it answers.
I mean, that's the thing with... Well, that's the thing, evolution, there are so many holes in the theory. It's just like, okay, you're missing so many things right now. So... Boy, your fans are getting quite the show today, listening to us talk about this stuff.
Hey, this is...
Well, I've made the argument for years that when it comes to like dinosaurs and you hear things like that, the sightings of the creatures and everything, I listen more to the natives and the locals,
right,
than I do like tourists and that kind of stuff. Because, like I said, I can describe 2 different species of ducks to you, and you won't know either one of them. You can describe me 2 different species of ducks that you saw, and I can tell you exactly what they both were because I know what they are.
Right. And that's what I always say. I believe the natives more than anybody because they was out there living off the land. So how can you tell them what they seen?
Right. They know what they're looking at when they look at it.
Like when they talk about thunderbirds and all that, I'm like, oh yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Thunderbirds, the Wendigo, they ain't lying about that stuff.
The Wendigo is something else entirely different. I've studied so many cryptids, it's not even funny. The Wendigo, dude, is just an evil spirit that possesses people.
Yeah, for cannibalism. If that way it can keep, you know, it can keep, what's the word, spreading that way.
But when it comes to it, though, I mean, I've spent so much time in the outdoors and stuff that I understand everything that I can talk about when it comes to like outdoors and that kind of those things. So when you see and you hear things about like from the natives when they describe things, and then people are like, "Oh, well, maybe they just misidentified thing." I'm like, okay, first off, those people have lived there way for thousands of years. They know everything, every inch of where they're at. I mean, saying they don't know what they're talking about is kind of like I would
it's like somebody,
to a politician, but politicians are retarded as it is,
and known liars. But telling them telling them they don't know what they talking about is like somebody telling you you don't know what you just ate 5 minutes ago.
Right. That's like walking up to a man who has been trained, has a degree in like computer science, and you telling him, "Oh, you're wrong. You don't know what you're doing when it comes to this computer."
Right. Like, how you gonna tell that man that that's his job? Like, he's trained to know, what he's supposed to do, but I don't know. You got people that's just so damn asinine. It's insane. Like that whole Mokele Mimbe. How can you really discredit what they're saying? These people live out there. They know they land like the back of their hands. So you trying to tell these tribal people that they are not seeing a sauropod? They literally described it to you.
And then when they show them pictures and stuff, they point at them and say, "Oh, that's Mokele and Nende right there." And they show a picture of a sauropod dinosaur.
Right. And the fossil record shows there are sauropod dinosaurs in Africa. So what's so hard to be? Yeah, Giraffatitan, Parallelititan, Dicraeosaurs, the list goes on. So come on.
If you want something interesting, find out about the look up about the dinosaur that was killed in Utah.
The what?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a Utah raptor. It looks like a, well, I mean, it looks like a little raptor, but it's not a Utah raptor. Right.
That thing is terrifying. All right, got the restaurant. Yeah, see, I was disappointed when Mega Raptor wasn't really a raptor. It's more along, it has its own classification. They're called Mega Raptorians, but they're more along the line of similar to Megalosaurus, like Megalosaurus and the like. just a little bit bigger. Yeah. Well, they're all under the family Theropoda. But that was really disheartening for me. I was like, dang. But yeah, Clay. One day they gonna find out that this whole science thing is really a whole bunch of bullshit, and then, like you said, the Bible and all that is right. Because there's just certain things that science can't explain. How long has science been around, and y'all still can't tell us what a black hole does?
Well, that's also the funny thing. If you take the few minutes and you think about this, we know more about space
than our own oceans.
Our own ocean,
mm-hmm.
And we live here.
And we live here, but they can't. You can't explore all the oceans and all that. And they say because of the ocean pressure, that may be true. As scientifically advanced as we are, you mean tell us we can't make something that goes all the way down there? Or maybe y'all are scared of finding something down there that's going to defy the laws of evolution. Well, so y'all figure y'all better off not knowing.
I don't know how it is with like Megalodon. I personally think they could still be down there. They're just really, really, really rare.
Yeah, that's my belief too. Megalodon is like deep in the Earth's ocean. I do like the little theme they play for the Velociraptor when it comes out the hatchery. It's creepy. Not as creepy as Indoraptors, but it's creepy.
Raptors get a bad rap because people don't understand that they are, and always will be, alpha predators. Our job is to help the raptors understand that we are as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot you do that. I was about to say, what the hell?
That island is a land of hunger and life. Flexible, primal, instinctual, predatory, prehistoric life. This would be Isla Nublar's legacy. Not Hammond's dream of a Jurassic Park. It's something altogether more.
Yeah, there's like so many things and stuff like that, and I mean, I personally have my beliefs and stuff, and I don't. And it's always like when I talk about them, everybody's like, "Oh, it's so funny, it's so unbelievable," and stuff. I'm like, tell you what, one of these days we'll find out the truth.
Right.
I mean, I'm not the kind of Christian who's gonna sit there and say, "Oh, the Earth is flat," 'cause I don't believe that nonsense for a second.
They say the Earth is what?
There's a
the Earth is flat nonsense.
The Earth is still. Yeah, I'm like, no.
Yeah, that is complete bull. When you have definitive pictures of something that shows that the planet is not flat, how can you still say it's flat?
They're like, oh, well, that those are fake. I'm like, okay, these people are really wanting to go against God.
Right.
I can say that they are. I'll say that yes, they are trying to cover up the existence of God, and they're going to use it with something a little bit more cheaper, as in just say, hey, the dinosaurs are this age, and we're going to cover up dinosaur discoveries with people,
this, yeah.
That's just easy to cover up. A conspiracy that's lasting thousands, I mean not thousands, but hundreds of years and that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's no way that's going to continue to fly.
Yeah, that's just really bothersome how there's people out there that are like, oh, the Earth is flat. Your mama's flat. I'm like, now is that the truth? Yeah, is your mama flat? They'll be like, yeah, what can they really say after that?
Well, it could be like that one video. Whoever did that, your mom's a hoe. Or be like Riley, nigga, you gay. But I mean, you just see so many problems with people and all that kind of crap. It's just like, really, you guys really want to believe?
So like, we're really still on this debate, and this out of all things. I think I need to go get some Chunkingosaurus. Because I literally have 0 DNA for it. Wow. Small and medium herbivore. How old are these guys? Oh, they getting up there. Definitely getting up there. Cause yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for this stream now. Probably just take me a nap. What time Deck does you and Night Green trying to do this stream thing again? So that'll be 5:30 my time there. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Wait, do we have to stream it, or is it just a friendly competition? Okay. Okay, yeah, that'll be, yeah, I'll stream it. Alright, 5:30. Sound like a plan.
Because Ferris is supposed to be getting on later. Ferris will probably get on later. Me and him are going to be streaming our hunting game together, so. Yeah. Yeah, that's still funny because I freaking called at the one and it came trotting across the thing, and then I turn and look and there's one standing there looking at me like, oh crap, there are 2 of them.